Hello, everybody, and thank you for joining us tonight for the last event of Everyone Games. I'm joined here by some fantastic folks who are going to play with me tonight, Survival of the Able. This is a game about people with disabilities working together to overcome a zombie apocalypse in the Middle Ages. We are going to try to run this in about 3 hours, but if we run a little bit long, I hope you can stay up late with us tonight because survival horror works best after dark anyway, right? As we play tonight, I will go ahead and explain the rules as we go along. This is an easy game, as you'll find out, pick up and play. We've all had the opportunity to pick out some of our pre-generated characters tonight, and hopefully we've had a chance to at least read through their backgrounds. So I'm going to ask everybody to introduce themselves one at a time. And who would like to begin?
Okay, I will go first, I guess. Hey, my name is Brenton Lingle. I am in real life. I am the author of Snow White Zombie Apocalypse, which is the Ringo-nominated Scout comic series, and my Kickstarter for Darude Shadow of the People, which can just barely be seen behind the gargoyle there, is currently funding on Kickstarter. As for who I am playing, I am playing as Gerardus Caravello. Is that how you say the last name?
Caravello.
Gerardus Caravello. Already off to a great start. Gerardus spent his entire life working against the stereotype and working against stereotypes and trying to prove his worth to others. He's a little person, no more than 4 feet tall, but doesn't allow his short stature to get in the way. He arrived at St. Giles several years ago because, despite his own high spirits, most employers wouldn't give him the benefit of the doubt. He now works as a caregiver in the almshouse and welcomes newcomers with open arms.
Fantastic, thank you. And with that, we'll touch just briefly upon the setting. This is set in the year 1347 AD, and each of our intrepid heroes tonight, or rather our unsuspecting and unwitting heroes, is a denizen of St. Giles Almshouse, set somewhere, generically speaking, in Europe. The almshouse is a church and a place where folks who have been underprivileged, shall we say, have been sent to live out the rest of their lives in servitude to their Lord, and also to be not as big of a burden on those around them. And we'll find what that means for the rest of the setting, again, as we play along. Who would like to next introduce their character?
I'm smashing my right ground, so I might as well go. I'm Noah. Thanks for having me, everybody. I am playing Vasco Vicente, a former sailor whose severe and prolonged bout with scurvy has left him frail, sick, and senile. He has short-term memory loss. His bones are brittle and his teeth have fallen out, but he's up for more adventure. So that's Vasco.
Thank you. Who is next?
Hi, my name is Emlyn. I'm an amateur tabletop RPG designer myself. You can find a couple of things from me by Emlyn Freeman. If you look for me on DriveThruRPG, you can find my game Strange Voyages and some work that I've done for the Genesis Foundry. Today I'll be playing Marcus Bernard. Marcus was in the French cavalry when his people suffered a dreadful defeat. Although he was one of the few survivors of the doomed skirmish, he lost one of his legs and was severely injured from the fight. He's only been at St. Giles for a few months, but is starting to grow accustomed to his new crutches and has recently begun exploring new ways to become mobile again.
Thank you. And who else do we have?
I can go next.
Sure.
Hi, everybody. I'm Elisa Pearl, and I'm playing Joanna de Berkshire. Blind since birth, Joanna was raised by her well-to-do uncle in Berkshire until his recent death. She's an independent spirit, but she wasn't raised to be independent. and she always wants more independence. So she's kind of always sharpening her skills. And she's adventurous, she's gutsy, she's good friends with Vasco Vicente, another one of the characters, and she likes to go on adventures.
Fantastic, thank you. And did we have one more? The four of us, fantastic. So the four of you, well, three of you have known each other for quite some time. Marcus, you're still pretty new to the bunch, but as you will soon find, the folks in the almshouse are very welcoming. Before we get too deep into where the story begins, I'm going to touch very briefly on the core rule for the system, and then we'll pick up the rest as we go along. If any of you have ever played Fudge or Fate, what we will be doing is rolling 4 Fudge dice anytime we ask for a roll. Those dice have a minus sign, a blank sign, and a plus sign on them. You roll them all together, add them up, and add or subtract that from your skill level in whatever skill you'll be rolling against. So you have the 5 senses, different qualities, various skills, and you'll be rolling for any number of these things. I'll ask for what we need as we go along. Just keep an eye on your character sheets. You can choose to present your results either with a numeric value, so you can say I rolled a +2, or you can look at the trait ladder on your character sheets and say, oh, my +2, that means I had a great result. They both mean the same thing, and it really depends on how you're feeling and what kind of tone you want to set for yourself. Christine, I'm open to using either, and that's the beauty of this of the Fudge system. Literally everything else I think we can pick up as we go along. So evening has fallen on St. Giles Almshouse. It is late spring, so the fields are starting to really begin to bloom, and very first fruit, flowers of the springtime are starting to come in. It gets dark somewhere around 7:30 or 8 o'clock p.m., and it's going to be bedtime soon. It's right around 7:30, 7:45. It's becoming dusk. And as you have kind of wrapped up your days, either in quiet prayer at the chapel, or tilling the fields, working in the garden, tending to the horses, whatever it is that your character would be doing, you've decided it's time for one last thing to do before you turn in to sleep for the night. So I'm just going to go around and ask each of you to tell me a little bit about what your character is doing at this hour just before bed. And we'll start with Julian.
Sorry, did you say Joanna?
Yes, Joanna. Sorry.
Okay. So yeah, before bedtime, Joanna's probably going to do her usual walk around the property, listening for something interesting. She likes to listen for a raccoon that visits, and it usually likes to get into the trash can, and she likes to mess with it and scare it away and throw stones at it. So she's gonna go look for that raccoon.
Fantastic. Marcus, what will you be doing the evening just before bedtime at the almshouse?
I am boasting about my adventures in the military to anyone who will listen. I'm making up stories more than telling the truth, but no one can really tell the difference. There's so much fact and fiction blended together that it's a nice melange of bullshit and regular and truth.
Fantastic. And would you be inside the almshouse, or like maybe in the living quarters or the kitchen area, or would you be outside just kind of playing out in the fields?
Probably inside and where there's a fire, I think.
Okay, maybe somewhere toward the kitchen area.
Yeah, sounds good.
Fantastic. Vasco, what are you doing? Are you listening to Marcus's stories of adventure, or are you
Well,
off doing your own adventure?
I think Vasco has just finished dinner, but because of his short-term memory loss, has forgotten he's eaten dinner. So while everyone is distracted by Marcus's story, he's going to sneak into the pantry and start trying to raid it for maybe some bread and cheese to munch on secretly.
Great. And Gerardus, what are you doing at this hour?
So I have actually come into the kitchen as well because I have been searching for a lime due to the fact that I had helped Vasco nurse back to health from his scurvy. However, I got kind of sucked into the story, so I've just been listening wrapped, just holding a lime.
Gain +1 line.
Awesome.
With that in mind, one of the other aspects of the game mechanics is something we call tags. Anybody can add a tag to a scene at any time, and a tag is both real and has some kind of game impact. Typically, when you interact with a tag, such as "I have this line," you might be able to gain +1 reroll, or you might be able to, if that would negatively impact you in some way, I might tell you to reroll and take the worst result. So sometimes you'll be asked to reroll and take the better. Sometimes you'll be asked to reroll and take the worst. So we're going to add a tag to Gerardus specifically. I have a lime. So most of you are in the kitchen, listening with intent to Marcus's stories, but Johanna, kind of roaming the property, looking for this raccoon. Go ahead and make me a hear check. So that means roll 4 of the fudge dice and add your hear trait.
Okay.
And
So my hear trait is it's +2.
okay,
And do I subtract? Sorry, I haven't played Fate in a while.
no problem.
Do I So I rolled 2 minuses and 1 plus. So I'm guessing the 2
Okay.
minuses will subtract the 2, and then I just add 1.
Right.
Okay. So I got +1.
So that's like an overall perfect. Yep, that's exactly what you got.
Okay.
Okay, so +1. That's a fair result, I
Fair.
believe.
Mhm.
So as you are wandering around looking for this raccoon, you do hear some kind of bump and thud. It's maybe 30 feet from where you're at, but not near the trash can that you were expecting it to be at.
Can I tell if it's another human or like a small creature?
It sounds maybe a little bigger than the raccoon that you're used to.
I'm gonna pick up a small stone, and I'm not trying to like whip it hard at the thing, but I just want to throw something near it to see if it reacts.
Okay. So you throw the stone. Make an act or react roll.
Ooh, 2 pluses. So act or react. Oh, okay, that's plus. Okay, so +3 total.
Nice. So do you want to hit the thing? Because you totally can if you want, or you can hit near it if you wanted to try to scare it away.
I want to hit near it.
Come on,
Okay,
kill
so
this
the-
raccoon. Smash this raccoon.
I'm like, I don't know what it is.
So you're confident that your rock sails very close to this sound you had heard. And the thumping momentarily stops and then picks up again. While you're doing this, you kind of have turned your attention toward it. Make a smell check.
Ooh, I'm rolling well. Knock on wood. So smell check is +0, so +3 total.
Woo!
Right.
Whatever it is that you smell, it really smells like it came out of the trash
Oh,
It is larger than a raccoon.
And you said there was a thumping sound?
Yes.
Don't like that.
What could bad happen? Everything's fine. Just a regular day at the almshouse.
And everybody
You
inside,
just
other than
nope out of
Marcus,
there. We're all in the kitchen hanging out. I've got a lime.
Actually,
Yeah.
Vasco, if you would like to make a hear check as well, I think Marcus and Gerardus are a little bit too preoccupied with this.
All right, I'm going to make a hear check. I have +0 to hear. That is a 1, which is a fair result.
You can't tell if it's just Marcus kind of thumping his cane his crutches for dramatic effect, or if there's something else coming from somewhat nearby. But you definitely hear something that was a little bit out of the ordinary from before.
Is it possible from the back room area I am to head outside to check it out?
Sure.
Can I grab? Is there anything in this little area that I could take with me? Maybe like some maybe another lime or some lime flavored bread or something like that.
Yeah, you're in a kitchen.
Why don't so do I hear just something out of the ordinary?
It seems out of the ordinary.
Is there like maybe like a bottle of? Well, actually, hold on. Let me look at this for a second. Oh yeah. Is there maybe like a bottle of wine or something like that?
Sure.
Because whenever I keep an item that wasn't intended for me, I can make a good selfish check and recover 1 stress. I guess I don't have any stress, but I can still do it.
Maybe we can bank that one for now.
All right, sounds good.
You're using those assurances.
All right, I have like a third bottle of wine left that I'll just sort of like casually sip on, even though it's mostly been drunk as I head outside.
And this is not where they keep the good stuff.
Yeah, this cooking wine.
Yeah. And Joanna, did you say that you were about to do something?
Yeah, so Joanna is kind of considering her choices because she thinks here's her thought process is that maybe a larger animal attacked a raccoon and is eating it, and that's why it smells bad, or maybe it already ate something that was already dead. So she's like, do I try to catch it? Is her adventurous side going to win out this time?
Well, you can roll one of those qualities if you wanted to kind of help you guide your decisions. Qualities are great for kind of what would my character do type of moments, or how would they react to the situation. And you can always, if I ask you to roll a quality check, you can choose, if you fail, to take stress and do what you would like to do anyway. Mm-hmm. Or you can go with whatever you rolled and act accordingly.
Jacob.
Okay.
Sorry to jump in. Do we have any fate points?
Yes, you all start with 3 fate points.
Wonderful.
And you can spend a fate point at any time to pray to one of the patron saints, which are listed, I think, on the second page of your character sheets. And they will give you rerolls in whatever situation is related to their portfolio.
Thank you.
Okay.
So, as Vasco, has he exited yet?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, so he has exited. Because basically, like, as he was walking out, I just was like, no, wait, Vasco, you've got to hear this. Marcus, what did you just say?
Marcus is in the middle of talking about how he slew the giant on the battlefield that was he was hailing from the Far East.
Wow.
I think Vasco does like the old man hand wave and just keeps shuffling in the direction that he's headed.
Okay.
So I am gonna roll a quality Yeah, I guess I'll roll the courage cautious. Is that how that works? You roll
Yes. So
along
each of
the.
these are diametrically opposed qualities. So if you're +2 to one side, you're always -2 to the other side, for example. And if you want to do something brave, you can roll courage. If you want to be cautious, you can roll it as cautious. It's kind of a there's not necessarily a difficulty target number. Um, what you roll will kind of help guide your decision making.
Got it. Okay, so I'm rolling courage. Oh, I got 2 minuses. And okay, so my total is -2. So I'm not gonna chance it, I feel like. I kind of assess and I'm like, I'll go back in and find Vasco probably. I need a
Okay.
partner on this adventure.
So as it happens, you're thinking about going in the front door because, as it turns out, the thumping is coming from the front door, which happens to be the nearest entry to the building.
Okay, is that near where I threw the stone?
It is.
Interesting. Oh, I probably
Now that
wouldn't
you
go
kind of
in that direction then. Is there a
Okay.
different door?
Yeah. So kind of around the side of the building, we'll call it to the east, is where the kitchen door is.
Okay, yeah, I would head towards the kitchen door.
And as you head that way, you turn a corner and practically bump into Vasco, who is headed your way.
Watch where you're going, young lady. You need to be more careful.
Sorry, I just there's something at the front door and it's not a raccoon. I don't know what it is.
Hmm.
I
Well,
wanted you to
perhaps.
come check it out with me.
Yes, let's go. Take my arm. You're feeling very weak these days. I don't need a hand, but you certainly do.
Yes, that is correct. Mm-hmm. I offer my arm.
I'll take a swig of the bottle and lean most of my weight onto to her as she helps me walk towards the front door.
All right. So you two round the corner, and Vasco, what you see is very disturbing. Um, Pounding on the door is George, who you know was buried last night.
So is it like, am I looking at the front door and there's somebody trying to get in, or are we behind the front door?
Yes.
All right.
You're kind of looking at his side.
I think I'll say,
What is it?
George, are you all right? Were we wrong? Were you still alive? And I'll
What?
start making my way sort of towards him.
Sorry if you are.
Our bad.
He looks just as bad as he did last night when he was buried. And when he hears you, he turns his attention away from the door, which appears to have been splintering, and approaches you as swiftly as his shambling, wretched body.
There's no need to be
is
angry.
shambles.
It was a simple mistake. Please, my friend, calm yourself. Calm yourself.
He's
George?
covered in boils and pus and sores. He does not look like his old self, and seems to not respond to you in any way, other than with this ravenous look in his eyes.
Okay. I think maybe I'll slowly start to back Johanna and I up away from George, and say to Johanna, I don't know how to say this, but something's gotten into George. He seems like he's not in his grave, and he seems extremely upset about it.
He also smells really, really bad.
Oh,
I mean, I know
yes.
he was. If he was alive and bird, he shouldn't smell like he's dead. He smells like he's dead.
You're always so bright. I'm gonna throw the bottle at George's head.
Cool. Make
That's
an act or
great.
react roll.
An act or react roll. Okay. Got a -2 on those. For a -1, that's going to be a -3 for a terrible roll.
You miss, and was it the wine bottle that you threw?
Yes.
The half-drinking bottle of wine shatters against the side of the building.
No, my wine. What was I thinking? Uh, um, uh, George, perhaps this is a simple misunderstanding. Perhaps I'm dreaming. Johanna, would you mind waking me up from this dream? I know you can't see George in front of us, so perhaps it's just in my mind, going senile, having hallucinations. It happens to the best of us, but perhaps a quick thwap on the head might rat me out of this.
I smack him.
Can I make a hear check to see if I hear that?
Absolutely.
that
I
wine
think
bottle?
Vasco left the door open.
Okay, so did we hear it?
Go ahead and make a hear check, both of you.
Okay. Yay, I get to make a see. Okay, I don't have any pluses to the here, so this will be just a straight roll. I have -2. Poor.
Mine's 0.
So the 0, you kind of caught a faint.
After they
Something
made
out
you
of the
their
ordinary
king,
noise.
then what happened?
Just kind of a faint noise off in the distance that seems unusual, but you have no idea necessarily what it was or where it was coming from. You do recognize that Vasco has disappeared and left the door ajar to the kitchen.
We both recognize that?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop mid story and be like, wait, no, Vasco is here. I was supposed to bring him this lime. Let me go get it to him. Vasco, you forgot your lime. And I'm gonna move for the door.
Okay.
I harumph and scoff, but I stop my story for the moment.
All right. Meanwhile, back outside, Vasco and Joanna, George is getting slowly coming straight toward you, and the closer he gets, the more ravenous he looks. He holds his arms out toward you as if to catch you in a nice big hug and eat your face off.
Definitely backing away.
I'm going to put myself between George and Joanna, and I'll try and distract whatever this monstrosity devil creature is risen from the depths of hell. Try and get help. I'll distract him, and I'll sort of like break off to the right away from the alms entrance and say, "Yoo-hoo, George! I'm ready to go to hell with you, you stupid bitch! I always hated you." trying to get his attention away from Joanna and the almshouse
Sure.
towards me.
Yeah, he turns toward you.
All right, I'm gonna shuffle as fast as I can away from him,
Make
insulting
a
him more.
energetic roll.
An energetic roll. Okay, great. -2 to energetic. That's going to be a -1 for a mediocre.
All right, one moment here. Thankfully for you, he is not any faster.
Two
So
people
you managed to
shuffling
kind of
away.
kite him around the courtyard for a little while. Johanna, what are you doing?
Am I still close? Am I close enough to those trash cans still?
Sure.
I'd like to grab a trash can and I'm gonna whack George with it.
Fantastic. So you go and grab a trash can, and you make your way toward George. I'm going to say make an act roll, and because you have a trash can, you can re-roll one negative die.
Okay. Okay, and I got one negative, so I'll re-roll that. And it's a plus. Yay. So act react. So that's +1 total. If that is
Oh, right.
fair.
So you smash him over the head with a trash can, and he feels it. You can tell that it slowed him down for sure and made him stumble a bit. He tripped a little, but he manages somehow to stay on his feet, and he's still after Vasco.
Joanna, you were supposed to go inside and get help, not get a trash can.
Well, he's
And
gonna
right-
get you.
And right around this time, Gerardus comes out from the kitchen and sees the kerfuffle in the courtyard.
Is that George? Did you hit him with a trash can?
Yes, because he's supposed to be dead and he's not.
What if he just woke up in the grave?
No.
That's
George!
what I said. That's what I said.
He smells dead. He smells dead.
He's upset because I called him a bitch.
He was upset before that. He tried to eat our
I
faces.
think you called him a bitch as well. That's very problematic.
He was. I never liked him anyway, and he ruined our door.
So I've got some medical knowledge. So how much can I tell from where I am with regard to George? Like, how does he look? Does he look like he has come out of the, I guess, does he look like he's dead to me? Does he look like maybe, do I have any experience in people that were buried alive? I would assume I probably would. So
Yeah, go ahead and roll medicine.
okay, let's roll medicine. And that I have a +2 to. So let's see. Roll. Okay, that is, I got a -1, then +2, so it's 1 is what I got, which fudge value is good. Does this look like one of the normal people who come back after being buried alive?
So you were actually one of the handful of people who helped bury George last night. Before he died, he was covered in blisters and boils and sores, and he still looks that way. And now he also has some pretty bloody scratches from where he was just hit with a trash can.
Okay, so he's yeah. So I'm going to kind of rush up and wave my arms. George. But he doesn't look undead to me. He looks like he's just sick, right?
He looks very, very disgustingly sick. Yeah.
Okay, George, I'm very happy to hear that you're alive. If you could please come this way, we do have a bed for you, but we're going to have to wash you beforehand. I know you hate the sponge bath, but I'll do my best. Okay, George?
And did you say that you ran up to him?
Not close to him, but in his direction.
Okay. You get his attention, and he turns and comes toward you.
Oh my. Okay, how aggressive does he seem?
He looks quite aggressive.
Okay, so pure instinct. I am going to try to. I have occasionally tripped people in my time just because they didn't see me. So at this point, I am going to see if I can essentially roll forward and knock him over. Because
Okay.
I don't intend to do this, but it's just a pure reflex. All right.
So unless you have something else in mind to make an act or react roll.
Yeah. Well, I was thinking it would be energetic.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. So, and that's I just do the normal stuff. So, energetic +1. Roll. Fair +1. Good.
Cool. So he was already a little off balance from being hit with a trash can, and he stumbles and falls face first into the ground.
Oh no, George! I'm so sorry. Is it still my turn? Can I still do stuff or?
Let's go ahead and cut real quick to Marcus, who suddenly realizes that he has been left all alone in the kitchen when he sees Father Peter kind of coming down the hall toward the kitchen.
Am I supposed to be here, or is Father Peter going to be upset with me?
Oh, you're fine to be here right now.
Then I am ecstatic that I have a new listener for my stories. Father Peter, let me tell you about how I slew Goliath.
So he comes into the kitchen and really doesn't pay you much of a mind. He starts to look for whatever food he can. He's obviously just like raiding the pantry.
Well, I'm a little put out that he's ignoring me, so I start hobbling over to him to poke him with my crutches.
When he turns to you, he looks different.
All right. Different how?
He's got a little bit of dried blood, maybe on the corner of his mouth, and his eyes look like they're not focusing very well.
Okay.
He's got a piece
right.
of raw meat in his hand, and he brings it up to his mouth and takes a big old bite out of it.
All right. Well, I think I am going to poke him with my poke him with one of my crutches and shout, "What are you doing there?"
Okay, make an act or react roll. This is kind of the catch-all roll for taking actions.
That there is a +6.
Holy cow, where do you want to hit him? Are you just kind of poking him in the chest?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. You poke him hard in the chest and say, "What are you doing there?" And he drops the hunk of meat that was in his hand. He doesn't seem really to focus on you any more than he was before. He does not answer your question. Would you like to do anything else with that +6?
I think he is boring, so I'm going to leave him alone and go look for my friends.
You know that two of them went out the back door from the kitchen.
All right, I'll start going that way.
And as you exit the building, make a hear check.
There's a -2.
So you hear a little bit of what sounds like maybe a scuffle coming from somewhere outside, but you're not really sure which direction it's coming from. And it occurs to you that you don't know which way anybody went.
Well, I'm going to start ranging around looking for them because a scuffle sounds like exactly my speed.
All right, so you spend some time trying to find where the action is happening. Meanwhile, what's going on in the courtyard? We've got Gerardus, Joanna, and Vasco all outside with the
Gerardus,
George.
what should we do with him? He seems so sick, but not listening to anything we say.
I don't know. So can I roll a lore and see if there's any disease that behaves like this that it
Sure.
reminds me of? Okay, so that is a +2. Roll 3. So Yeah, +2, great. And I rolled a 1, so that's a total of 3. Superb.
So you're not entirely sure what might be causing this specifically, but you do know that when George came back from the nearby village of Allhaven recently, he talked about how there were some people in town getting sick, and there were rumors of people far and abroad getting very ill with some kind of disease like what he has attained.
So I would know what and he's moving, he's stumbling around, he's acting, like a zombie. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly.
So between the smell and the way that he's going, my mind is going to jump straight to it. Rabies. George has rabies, and that's why. So I'm going to be like, both of you, back up. George has rabies. He's likely to bite. Can someone please find some water?
Come on, Joanna. Let's go inside and grab a glass of water for our friend George.
We're supposed to leave him out here? We should tie him up.
I would not recommend getting close to him at all. If this is end stage rabies, he can transmit it to you.
If it's end stage, let's just put him out of his misery.
Do you have anything to put him out of his misery with?
Well, Joanna's pretty strong. Yeah, the trash can.
What is George doing as we're arguing?
He's trying to scramble to his feet, but he's not doing a very good job of it.
Okay. I'm going to look around. This is rabies. He really can't be treated at this point, and it probably would be.
It is very end stage rabies.
Yeah. Is there like a shovel or anything around here? Like, is there anything that could be used as a weapon? Besides the
I'm sure there's a shovel over kind of toward the tool shed or something.
Okay, I'm going to remember that's where I left the shovel after burying him, and I'm going to run over to get it.
Okay, it's about 50 feet away or so.
As quickly as I can. And I'm like, just don't touch him. So I run to get the shovel. Do I need to roll for that?
I'm going to turn to Joanna and say,
go ahead and roll energetic.
Energetic? Okay, excellent.
I'm going to turn to Joanna as soon as he leaves and say, should I touch him?
No, don't touch him.
I won't.
I'm holding the trash can out like it's like the way you hold like a lion tamer will hold a chair out like I'm holding it towards the direction of George. Tell me if he does anything weird. I'll whack him again.
He's doing a lot of weird stuff, but it's more like wiggly and squirmy, so I think it's okay.
I got a good result on that.
All right, so it'll take you a little bit to get over there and back, but you're going to do so without running out of too much energy or too much steam.
Okay, that's good. So I shuffle over there to grab the shovel. Good old Rusty. I've named it.
And Vasco, George is starting to get his balance and get to his feet.
Give him a shove. Give him a shove.
I'm going to push him back down with the trash can.
Cool. Make an act or react roll.
Okay. All right. I got +1, so fair.
You managed to hit him and make him fall back over for a little bit.
Okay.
You're a natural swashbuckler.
Thank you. I think so too.
So supportive. Okay, so he's down. Am I able to come back now? Can I come back?
Yeah, so you make your way back, and as you're coming back around, you spot Marcus, who is kind of coming toward your direction.
Okay. Marcus, quick! Hit George with Rusty! And I'll hand him the shovel. You're a great hero. You're more set up. You're set up to do this. It's end stage rabies. There's nothing we can do. Just take him out.
I didn't need to know any more than that he needed to be hit. I start rushing over to hit him with the shovel.
All right. Marcus, go ahead and make both an energetic to run as fast as you can, and then an act to react. We're going to charge him.
Energetic comes out to be a plus. And the act react comes out as 0.
And I'm sorry, what was the energetic again?
Plus 3.
All right, so you charge on over there. He has just taken a hit from a trash can. You see as you finish your charge, and even though you don't feel like you gave it the best swing you possibly could have, you definitely connected with him. And for the moment, at least, he has stopped squirming.
I'm going to hit him again.
All right, you end him.
All right, now, why did I do that?
He had rabies. It's a terrible affliction. He shouldn't have been able to move. I don't know why he was. We could have scared him away if we had some water, but we don't. So, this is exactly like when you were in the Congo, and battling.
Indeed, of course
yes.
it is. Excellent. What shall we do now?
I guess we should bury him again.
We should bury him again.
How far is his grave?
Maybe about 100 yards.
All right, let's drag him over there. I don't know if I'm going to be much help pulling him, but I can direct everyone.
Maybe we could find like a wheelbarrow or something.
Mm-hmm.
Probably in the tool shed.
If I helped with the burial, would I know that there's a wheelbarrow in the tool shed?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's a wheelbarrow in the tool shed. I guess I'll get it. So I head back over to the tool shed.
Thanks.
Wow, that was I never thought, I didn't realize that rabies could make someone seem like they're dead, and then they come back and dig. He dug himself out of his grave.
I'm just thinking about that now. He must have bad luck for George, but
Yeah.
he kind of deserved it. Now cross myself.
I mean, you're not wrong.
So do I find the wheelbarrow?
You find the wheelbarrow and you bring it back.
Okay, got the wheelbarrow here.
All right,
We can
Marcus,
listen-
load him up.
Marcus?
I do my best to load him up with. I still think of myself as a perfectly able-bodied man, despite my loss of a leg, and so I refuse to accept anyone's help as I try to manhandle him into the wheelbarrow.
All right. Seems like there should be something. Go ahead and make an act or react roll.
Uh-oh.
Thankfully, acting is my jam, so I get a +3.
You make it look flawless.
But of course,
Clearly, you don't need any help. So you load him up into the wheelbarrow.
I guess I'm going to look around. Who seems most able to push the wheelbarrow at this point? Is it me again, or?
Honestly, among you, probably Joanna.
Joanna, could you? And I point at the wheelbarrow.
George is quite heavy, and you point to the wheelbarrow.
Could I what? What do you want me to do?
He's asking you if you would be so kind as to push George, who we've gently and delicately placed in this wheelbarrow, towards the burial site. Take my... Sure. I'll walk in front and I'll tap the wheelbarrow so you can follow the direction you should go.
All right. Yeah. She kind of stretches her arms and legs out, and she starts to push the wheelbarrow.
All right, so you push it about 100 yards, and it's... Thankfully, you have a wheelbarrow, because you would be pretty heavy otherwise. You take him to where his grave had been the day before, and it looks like it has been really, really poorly displaced. All of the dirt and earth and everything is really kind of badly tossed around.
I spent so long on this. I told them we needed oak coffins instead of no coffins. Don't listen. Nobody listens to me. I point to Marcus and I'm like, oh, Marcus, could I have Rusty?
I'm honestly not sure that I would give it up. Let me make a roll. Yes. I'll make a generous roll.
That's perfect.
-1. I think... No, I think I'll need this just in case he gets up again.
Oh, all right then. If you want to rebury him then, I'd be fine with that.
Well, that wasn't Marcus's intention, but now he's trapped himself into that, so he's starting to dig a grave.
So while he's digging, and should we say something? I could say what I said the last time.
No, it was boring. That was so boring last time. Johanna, why don't you say a word? You clearly are the one who should speak.
Okay. Well, George, we're sorry that you got buried before you were fully dead. We'll make sure not to do that to anyone else. So your double death wasn't in vain. We learned a lesson. Always triple check that the person is dead. May you find your way to the pearly gates. Amen.
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 I hope in heaven there's no water, or if there is water in heaven, there is no rabies.
Amen.
Can I make a pious check?
Pious check? Sure. So for me, that is a plus pious. Plus 2.
Can I do that?
Joanna?
Oh, yeah.
Yes, Joanna too.
So.
Hey, I got +2. Good.
And what was the other number?
I got great.
Okay. You can all feel the uplifting spirit from that beautiful, that beautiful little ceremony. If any of you had any stress, it would have been reduced. In fact, probably you had gained a little bit over this situation, but I had kind of forgotten to dole out. So we'll call you all clear on stress for now.
I head over to Vigo. Vigo, is it?
Vasco?
What's the...
No,
Vasco. Vasco. I head over to Vasco and I open his hand, place the lime in it, tap him, and say, for the vitamin C.
Thank you. And then at the moment that he turns his back, I'll drop it and kick some dirt over it. Refuse his vegetable, his fruit vegetable.
It's a fruit. This is why you got scurvy in the first place.
Well, quite an eventful evening. Perhaps we should all turn in.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired.
So you all return to the almshouse?
Yeah. Let's go see the father and let him know the terrible but still good news. Oh, hey, a lime.
Would I make any sort of connection between what I saw with Father Peter or whatever that was and George?
It was Father Peter, yes. And probably
I say-
maybe a lore check?
Oh, okay, great. I'm good at lore. All right, that's a +3. I say, I think Father Peter has contracted this rabies as well.
Oh no. And we just buried George. If we fed him some of George's hair, he might get better.
But of course, that's only science.
Yeah.
Oh.
Should we go dig him back up?
Is there any other cure?
Not really a cure so much. Well, we don't know that. So, do I know if he was bitten by George or not?
You do not know.
It would only be if George was the one that bit him.
Oh, I see.
Maybe. Do you think he can answer us?
Yeah,
How-
is he
how-
as far along as George was?
Marcus would have known that he did not have the boils and sores that George had.
Yeah, so I described what I saw.
Okay. Perhaps we can talk to him and he can tell us if he was bitten. So let's go see the priest. What's my opinion of the priest, by the way?
How pious are you?
I'm quite pious and really want to be taken seriously as a doctor, though I would never call myself a doctor here.
You probably look up to him quite a bit.
Okay, excellent. Well, then hopefully he'll be able to tell us. So let's head in to go see the priest.
Okay.
So, Marcus, I assume that you're telling them where you'd last seen Father Peter?
Yeah.
So you all head back to the almshouse and around to the kitchen entrance. And as you enter, you notice, well, three of you notice, a rather gruesome sight. Father Peter seems to be kind of wrestling on top of Deacon Timothy and trying to bite him on the arm.
Do I still have Rusty?
Sure.
All right, I rush over and start beating him with the shovel.
All right. Make an energetic roll first of all, since we're rushing.
All right, that comes out to a -1. So, remind me, how does using fate points work?
Yeah. So you can spend a fate point to say a quick prayer to one of the patron saints who might have a relevant portfolio. You can also spend, and that will give you 4 blessed dice. You can reroll anywhere from 1 to 4 blessed dice at a time. Once you've used all 4 of them, they are out. Or you can spend a fate point just at any time without having said the prayer first to just re-roll 1 die.
So does making a blessing, is that going to take a moment?
Yeah, it takes a little bit more time than what you have right now.
All right. Well, then
You can also choose to take a point of stress to ignore the result of a quality check.
okay. Then I will do that.
Would this count as him doing reckless?
Yeah, it's a little bit of that.
Okay, I need to roll a fair reckless check to see if I can intuit some good intentions in that action. So
Yeah, absolutely. So you are using one of your anxieties or assurances? Or one of them is triggered?
Yeah, one of my anxieties. Yeah, / assurances. So I rolled. I got a 0 + 1, which is I guess a good result. So I
All right,
don't.
and what's the...
According to this, reckless checks to recognize that there may be some good intentions. Failure results in -1 stress. So
All right, so you take a point of stress as you see Marcus, who is already kind of winded.
Was it a
fail?
fail? I had a good one though. Was
Oh, right. And good was the
result was good?
there?
Yeah. So it wouldn't.
Then you're good.
Okay. So nothing happens.
Right. Okay, so Marcus, already feeling somewhat winded by the trek out to the cemetery and back, pushes himself forward regardless to try to save the day, try to save Deacon Timothy, I assume?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that's my intention. One of my assurances is whenever you save someone else from harm, so I'm going towards that.
Nice. You can go ahead and make an act or react roll. This is unopposed because Father Peter did not see this one coming.
All right, that comes out to a +3.
You whack him hard, and thankfully you rolled well enough that you did not also whack Deacon Timothy underneath him.
Back, foul fiend!
Oh, it's terrible.
So
but if he's
Vasco and
going
Joanna... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
this is absolutely terrible. But if he was going after Timothy, it probably couldn't be helped. Oh.
So Vasco and Joanna, what are you making of all of this?
I am just listening and trying to gauge what's going on. I heard the thwack of the shovel, and I think by this point I have figured out that what is happening, like who is attacking who, because I heard some names being said. Yeah, I guess I'm just standing by to see what happens.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn, like, sort of as these other two are sort of looking at the situation. I'm gonna like step backwards and whisper to Joanna and say, "I think we should get out of here soon."
Where will we go?
It doesn't matter. Let's leave these two here to deal with whatever going on. I don't think we should stay here.
Let's go.
What?
What if they get bitten and then rabies goes around to everyone and then they try to bite us later?
Well, then we'll be long gone.
I'm going to, while this is going on, I'm going to rush over to Deacon Timothy and see if I can help him to his feet.
You're going to have to get Father Peter off of him first.
Oh, Father Peter's still on him.
Yeah, you whacked him hard, and he's kind of, we'll say he stopped struggling for the moment, but now he's laying like dead weight on top of Deacon Timothy.
Oh. I guess I'm going to head over and try to push the father off of him.
All right. Make an energetic.
Energy. I can do that. Let's see what I get. Good result.
So you start pushing on him, and it's going to take a little bit of help.
Could you please give me a hand here?
I thought you
Shove.
weren't supposed to touch them.
Well, we're not supposed to touch their mouths. We can still touch their flesh, and we've got to get him off of him.
I just shove him off him with the shovel.
Okay. Go ahead and we'll call that act again. You're going to try to scoop him up with the shovel. We'll give you a +1 reroll for the assistance that you're getting from Gerardus.
All right, that comes out to a +3.
All right, so between the two of you, you managed to scoop the semi-conscious Father Peter off of Deacon Timothy's body. The deacon, by the way, doesn't look like he's responsive.
I'm gonna look him over, see if I can find a bite wound.
Yeah, you do.
Oh my! Could someone please? Is it? I go look. Is there like a pair of scissors?
Sure.
Okay, so I grab the knife, and I head over to Father Peter, and I begin cutting off what's left of his hair.
Okay, you do so. You now have Father Peter's hair.
I head over and I shove the hair into.
You're just full on living out this medieval fantasy. I can tell.
Into
This has
Timothy's
moved
mouth.
away from the game. You're living out the thing you've always wanted to do.
his feet a deacon.
All right, I'm listening to Johanna. I'm saying he's feeding him his hair. There's no way that idiotic quackery is going to work. Let's make our move and head to the nearest town, and maybe we can burn this place to the ground. I don't think Deacon Thomas is getting up.
Vasco, I can't believe how quickly you've turned against this entire place.
He's feeding him hair.
This is science. Just like you had to eat the limes, he has to eat the hair.
I haven't been eating the limes, and I'm fine.
I knew it. I knew you were skipping that. We'll deal with that later. So is he conscious enough to eat the hair that I'm shoving in his mouth? Oh, this is not good. This is not good. Can I use medicine to try to bring him around? Something like smelling salts or some sort of technique to try to wake him up? Okay, great.
I think we should
gonna do that.
Tie them up or lock them somewhere. Because if they turn into what Gregory was, then they're going to come after us next.
It'll take... So I got a fair result as far as trying to wake him up.
He is still deeply unconscious.
I mean, it will take days, if not months, for him to reach terminal stage. He should be fine if he can just wake up, and if the hair does its work, and if we're quick enough, we may not have another father. What the hell? What was the priest's name?
Father Peter?
Yeah, we may not have another Father Peter on our hands. Oh, Father Peter.
Speaking of which, yeah, Father Peter, how is he looking?
Well, Joanna, you have no idea.
No, I'm asking them.
Oh, okay.
Is Father Peter what is
He looks
what's
bad. He looks like he's already at the terminal stage.
I step over towards the deacon and say, "Stand out of the way. I shall kill him where he lies, And then we won't have to worry about this at all. That was my failure of my cautious check.
I think I have to roll a whatever it's called. Yeah, I got a 3, superb. So I can see that you are a true hero, and that you're motivated by a sense of goodness. And I kind of step aside and avert my eyes.
All right, I intend to murder both Timothy and Peter.
Wait, both of them? But I gave him the hair.
I love how
Is
quickly
anybody
this
trying to
is
stop Marcus?
turned into murder.
Okay, now I think have you murdered them yet?
Is anybody trying to stop Marcus?
I'm not that quick a person. I mean, I'm reckless, but I'm also, hampered by a loss of a leg. So you can probably stop me.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna rush over to stop you. I let you hit Gregory or Peter, but Timothy, when you move for Timothy, I'm like, no, what in the world are you doing? Don't sully Rusty's good name.
So as you move over toward them, make a react roll.
React roll, okay. And that's oh god, -1 mediocre.
So
or wait. My react. What would be my point on that? I think
act and react are basically the same. It's the same skill.
Oh, okay. Where is it on the character sheet? I just want to see how bad this was. Oh, act react -1. Oh, geez, -4.
Fantastic.
Terrible.
So you are preoccupied, and you don't notice Father Peter's arm reach up and grab you, and he pulls you down to the ground with him.
Oh my!
What happened?
This is hardly ideal.
So we'll go over wounds really quickly here. Each little dot on the wound track represents some amount of damage. If you take damage in the same box more than once, you take damage at the next level up. So if you're already hurt and you take another hurt wound, you take a very hurt wound. Once you get all the way filled up, you're incapacitated. Depending on what it is that's attacking you, you could potentially catch whatever rabies is going around.
Mm-hmm.
So, Gerardus, you come down hard and hit your head on, I don't know, chair leg or something, and you take a hurt wound.
Ouch. So, what do? Do I just record that, I guess? That
just record somewhere that you took a hurt wound.
Okay, I have a bump on my head.
Timothy, the hair didn't work. It had pulled Gerardus to the ground.
No, he wants his hair back.
Okay, we need to contain these 2 infected people and stop trying to cure them. Maybe murder them. I don't know.
Wait, but I was attacked.
Finally, someone else speaks sense.
Yeah, the priest is infected. He was.
Yeah, but the deacon hasn't attacked me. He's still unconscious. He's the one that got the hair.
Okay, we should contain them both.
How is this place lit? How what's the lighting in this place?
Definitely lit with torches and fire.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over and I'm gonna grab like a torch out of a sconce, and I'm gonna stick the torch into the deacon's mouth and say, "How's this for hair, Fred?" and start to light the hair in his mouth on fire and try and catch him on fire.
Oh my god.
Okay.
I clap.
Is anybody trying to stop this shenanigan?
No.
Oh god. I would if I were. Am I conscious at this point, or am I still
conscious? You are dealing with Father Peter's arm. His hand is clasped around your leg, and you are. You've knocked over a chair with your head.
Yeah. But I've got the knife, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I am going to. Can I stab Father Peter to try to get him to let me go?
Sure. That'll be act or react.
Okay, let's roll that. Okay. -1, mediocre.
You stab him in the hand, but he doesn't let go.
Okay, he doesn't react to it at all.
No, it doesn't seem to phase him.
That's not good. Well, can someone please help get this man off of me? And also, please don't burn down our...
Yeah, so I'm still going with this torch. I'm shuffling back over, eyes on the prize for all this hair in this guy's mouth, and it's going in. And there it goes.
And while he's doing that, I'm going to make my way towards where I hear Gerardus.
All right, so somebody's helping Gerardus at least.
I'm going to try.
Joanna, what do you want to do to help?
Well, when I get to where I hear his voice, I'm going to reach out to like touch his head and then try to find... I don't want to touch the father, but I know there's some contact between them, so I want to try to find where the father's touching him and like kick him off.
Okay. Make a touch roll.
Okay. Whoa. I rolled 2 pluses and 2 minuses, but I have a +2 in touch, so I have a +2.
Okay. You have no difficulty finding where would be the best place to kind of kick at him.
Okay.
So you can make an act or react roll.
Okay. All right. And that is +2.
Nice. So with the combined with the knife and your well-placed kick, he lets go of Gerardus.
Okay, and now I'm gonna like pull Gerardus back away from Father Peter.
Bless you.
Perfect. All right. So the two of you are outside of Father Peter's reach at the moment. Marcus, are you doing anything while this is all going on?
I was sure I would want to be helping, but I'm not sure how I could do without hurting someone.
Father Peter is now kind of on his own. He's not within like grappling reach of Gerardus anymore.
Oh, okay. I must have missed something. All right. Well, then I hit him with the shovel repeatedly.
All right. So eventually, Father Peter stops moving. Deacon Timothy is not looking so good anymore, and the fire is starting to spread to his clothes and to whatever else is nearby, such as the wooden chair that was kind of knocked over toward him.
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything. It's done. Let's get the fuck out of here.
I'm gonna look around. Is there water in here? Can I extinguish these flames? Okay, I'm gonna go grab like a pot of water and.
As he turns to grab the pot of water, I'm gonna turn around and start lighting the curtains of the windows on fire as well.
Fuck, go!
I'm gonna turn back to Joanna and say, "This is no rabies. Don't be a fool. This place is cursed. This is a demon's work, and we're leaving."
Where are we gonna go? We have literally nowhere to go. We have no money.
This is definitely something reckless. I gotta roll again.
Yeah, how is Vasco's reckless?
Vasco's reckless is a +1.
Are you? That's probably within character.
Yeah, so my roll is I got a good result. I got a fair result on it because I got a -1 and then +1. Or no, that should have been +2. So, Yeah, so I would have had a good result on mine. I guess, have I seen that he's motivated by something good to burn
How
down?
do you feel about that?
You're very you're burning down our home, but I throw the water on I throw the water on the deacon, and then look over and see him setting the curtains on fire, and I'm just like, you're so misguided.
Yeah, I just am. I'm finishing up lighting the
I
blaze.
really am beginning to regret giving you that lime.
Take your
Joanna,
lime.
since you seem pretty perplexed by this, do you want to go ahead and make an intuition roll, Joanna?
Sure. Intuition is that a quality? No. Oh, I see.
Skills?
Okay, skill. Gotcha. Ooh, not good. I would like to. Well, let's see. Intuition is +0, but I rolled 3 minuses, so yeah. I don't want to spend all my fate points on this, so I'll just let it ride. I got -2.
Okay. Yeah, there's nothing other than being really weird, but that's
I think our GM just froze.
Oh no,
no.
we
No,
lost
we
him.
lost him.
He's back.
We're off the map.
Ah.
Flames lick around you all
Ooh.
as the
You know
alms
what?
house.
I just
you are
realized
you are the
though.
wild card of our group.
Yeah.
Can't keep this story moving.
If I spend 1 fate point and re-roll,
But you have
then
to.
I could
You
get...
have to pray first.
Yeah. So yeah, actually, I think I would pray in this situation.
this might be the time to pray.
Yeah, but I could get a mediocre.
There you go.
Which
you could
is
you could
not...
re-roll all 4, right?
No,
if
I think
you
you can
pray.
only re-roll 1.
If you
oh,
pray,
if you pray,
you get 4 dice, and you can use up to 4 of them on a single roll.
And then you take... Is that the one where you take stress?
No, that's not.
That's
Oh, okay,
just-
then
that's
I
you
will...
just a
spend a fate
reroll.
point.
I'm gonna pray. When he gets back, I'm gonna pray and try to do some re-rolling.
Yeah. Is there a specific saint?
Oh
you
yeah,
can
you know
pray
it's
to?
after 8:30. We probably should take that break that we were talking about earlier.
Oh, yeah.
Great.
Setting everything on fire.
This is a great place to leave it for the moment.
Yeah.
So what do we say? We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
10 minutes
Alright.
sounds good to me while we figure out.
Welcome back to Survival of the Able at Everyone Games. We are joined tonight by these fantastic crew of people, and we are here in support of Everyone Games and the Able Gamers and Special Effects charities. Please remember, if you're enjoying yourself tonight, to follow links to our Tiltify, where we are raising money for both Able Gamers and Special Effects. Just before we cut out, we found ourselves in the kitchen of St. Giles' Almshouse, where Vasco has started to set fire to the place that he believes is cursed. And we're deciding what to do
Well,
with
we
the
had
rest
a
of the situation.
yeah. While you were out, we had a roll from Johanna.
Yeah, I was wondering because I rolled poorly, but I would
Yeah.
like to pray, and because I need some guidance in the situation. I'm like, is Vasco right? Should we burn this place down and leave, or should we hunker down and stay? So I'd like to pray to, I'll pray to Saint Jude, the patron saint of desperate causes. 'cause it's-
That seems
appropriate.
So that gives you 4 blessed dice. You can use up to 4 of them. And whatever you don't use, you get to bank for later.
Great. Okay, so I'll use 3 of them now. See how well we can. Okay. This is not going well.
No, no.
Oh, no. Well, I got rid of one of my negatives. Oh, I have up to 4, so I'll use that 4th one. I got a plus. Whew, okay.
Nice.
Big money, no whammies.
Yeah. And remind me, that was
Intuition.
it was intuition, okay. Which I have a +0 in, which brings my total to +1.
So, at first, nothing really triggers, but as you say a quick prayer for guidance, you realize that what Vasco's doing, while it may not be a bad thing, you're also not the only 4 people who live in this almshouse.
Oh, thank you, St. Jude. Okay, Vasco, wait. Vasco's not here, but I'll say this anyway. Okay, Vasco, wait, just wait a second. I understand what you're doing, and it's not a bad idea, but we need to warn the other people who are in this house. If we're gonna leave here and it's cursed and we're gonna burn it down, we at least need to get everyone out safely. Well, you're muted.
If I find one more person with rabies.
Well, okay. We need people who don't have rabies.
But if
who haven't been
we're
bitten.
going around warning people and they have rabies, then I'm burning this place to the ground. That's what you do when you're on a ship. If a ship has some kind of disease going through it, you send it out in the ocean and you burn it so it drops to the bottom of the sea. That's what I think we should do with this place. Drop it. Perhaps we can grab some money from the alms box and head to the nearest village.
I'm rolling a lore to see if that is in fact ship.
Okay, go for it.
+2, great.
Seems plausible.
Wow. You are so worldly, Vasco.
You know, that's true. It's almost like I have a +2 in worldly.
Okay, so let's just do a quick sweep of the grounds. See if anyone else has been infected. And if they're not, we'll take them with us and burn this place down.
Fine.
Excellent
And
idea.
we should also check the alms box because we're going to need some money.
Where are we going to live? You want to steal from the church?
No, we're not stealing. It's for us. Those are donations for us, aren't they?
I want to steal from the church.
Aren't they?
I guess they
In a way
are
that
for
makes
us.
Well, I am
Fine,
not just going to go
fine.
out there without any resources, any money, nothing. If we're going to burn this place down, we're going to take what we can from it that will help us.
I'm not behind this burning our home down. Where are we going to live? Who's going to take us in?
That's tomorrow's problem.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay.
you, Marcus.
Let's find some other people who we can
right.
save.
Let's
And
split
we'll
up.
from there.
Why
I'm
don't
just
we?
whispering to myself, take no thought for the morrow, what ye shall wear, what ye shall eat. If God so clothe the lilies of the field, shall he not? O ye of little faith.
That's a really loud whisper, but no, I'm kidding.
I'm having trouble moderating.
let's split up. Me and Joanna will head on the south wing, and why don't you two take the north wing? We'll let everyone know there's been an outbreak of rabies.
We're splitting the party. Uh-oh.
And we'll all meet back out front after we have done our sweep.
I think we should
make a final decision about the burning.
Is there? So can I try again to wake up Father or Deacon Timothy?
I'm pretty sure he is a goner.
Oh, so he's dead.
Vasco shoved a torch in his mouth.
That's gotta smell terrible.
Oh yeah, burnt hair smells nasty.
Mhm.
All right. Well, I'm down with this plan. I guess I'll go and get the money box.
Good idea. Is there anything maybe a club I could get for Joanna, some sort of weapon for her? I've got the torch, maybe some weapon for her.
Joanna is usually carrying a wooden cane.
Oh, okay. And a bazooka.
I will also, since we're in the kitchen, I'm gonna grab a kitchen knife.
Yeah, I'll
Knife
find
short.
one and
Knife buddies.
I'll find
buddy.
one and hand it to Joanna.
All right, so Joanna has a knife. Who else has a knife?
I do.
Okay.
I'm going to tie a knife to the end of one of my crutches.
Okay. And are you keeping the shovel?
The shovel will be my other crutch.
Okay. And Vasco, you have a torch?
I've got my torch.
All right. So you all split up?
Yes.
2 and 2.
Ooh, I love it. All right. Who is going after the alms box?
I guess that's me and whoever wants to come with me.
I'm concerned with the people, not the money.
Okay, well, it was your idea.
Let's go.
Joanna.
Yes, come
Wanna
on. Let's go. Marcus, take good care of Joanna.
And I'll take good care of Marcus.
go? Oh, so I'm going with Vasco to get the money.
Come on.
All right, so me and I'm worried about how this is going to turn out, but let's go.
You should be.
We've got our chaotic neutral character. All right, so where's the money box?
So that is in the church, but not just out and about. It's kind of tucked back in the kind of the priest area behind the altar.
Mm-hmm.
Really, you do not have a key to that area.
Oh, we don't. Would I know where the key is?
Yeah, would the pastor who's dead have one?
Probably.
All right,
Let's
let's go through
search
his
his
stuff to get the
stuff.
key then. There an investigation roll, or can we just find it?
Yeah, go ahead and make a touch roll
Okay.
Touch.
as you kind of feel around his body.
What did you get, Brenton?
Let me. I don't know what my score of touch is. Touch is +1, so I got a good result.
Yeah, you feel something in his pocket, and sure enough, you pull out a key ring. It occurs to you, you have no idea which is the correct key for the alms box, but you have a key ring.
Well, we can use this. Does the priest have like I don't know, any kind of holy pendant or anything I can remember him by?
Sure. He probably has a cross.
Okay, I'm gonna take his cross and I'll apologize to him and I'll be like, I promise to carry on your legacy. So
Well,
yeah,
with any luck, he'll be back soon enough. We shouldn't even bother burying him at this rate.
That's not how rabies works. We just accidentally buried one of them. All right, so let's head over to the church and see if we can unlock it.
Okay, so you two head to the church, and then Marcus and Joanne. Yeah, it was Marcus and Joanne are going to the church. Gerardus and Vasco. Where are you headed?
Gerardo and Vasco are going to the church with the key, and then Joanna and Marcus are going to check on the people, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
We're gonna sweep the house.
I'm shouting as loudly as I can for everyone to leave from shouting fire.
You're shouting fire?
Yes.
Okay. You start to hear, as you go down the hallways shouting fire, people kind of coming out of the living quarters going, "What? What's going on?" Others are just sort of shouting in terror, "Help me! Help me!"
Oh, goodness. While he's shouting fire, I'm going to be banging on the doors as we pass them. And whenever I hear someone saying, "Help me," I'm going to go towards them.
Okay, make a hear roll.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. Well, I got it balances out to 0.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I'll let it ride. So 0.
Sure. So it's good enough that you don't hear anybody from before you start banging on a door, but eventually you do come upon one where you can hear somebody on the other side. Help me! Help me!
Okay, I'm gonna open that door.
So you open the door and just kind of, let's see, make a navigation roll.
Okay.
It's under skills.
Okay. I got another 0.
So you're pretty sure that throughout the chaos, it's been hard to keep track of exactly where you are. This is either the infirmary, or this is just somebody's bedroom. You know you're near the infirmary, and you're not sure who would be sleeping in the room next door.
When I open the door, do I still hear the voice saying "help me"?
You do?
Okay, and do I recognize that person's voice?
Yes, that is. Somebody give me a name.
Beatrice.
That is Beatrice. You know Beatrice fairly well. She has lost the use of both of her legs.
Beatrice? Hey!
Joanna?
Hey,
Joanna,
we
help me! I hear there's a fire!
Yes, are you okay? Are you alone in here?
Yes!
Okay, no one has come in and bitten you?
What?
Okay, never mind. Let's go. And I go over to help her up, scoop her up. Does she have any type of walking aids? Or...
There is traditionally what she's been kind of moved around on has been just a kind of a wheelchair, but not quite like we would know it today.
Okay.
It's not self-propelled. You would have to push her.
Okay, so I feel around and I say, "Where's your chair?"
It's over by the window.
Okay, and I go feel around for her chair by the window, and bring it to her.
Make an explore roll, or a. Let's see. Yeah, go ahead with explore.
Okay. Okay, that's pretty great. +3.
That's fantastic. So you have very little difficulty determining where the window might be, just based on kind of what the room layout is like, and you can kind of feel the cool air because these windows are not sealed terribly tightly. So you do manage to find the chair.
Okay, and I'll push it over to her and help her get into it.
Thank you. Now how do we get out of here quickly?
Okay, let's go. And I'm gonna push her towards the door.
She's going to do her best to guide you.
Okay.
But it's a little bit tricky going with her in front of you.
All right. Okay. Do you want me to roll anything for that?
We'll just keep that in mind and kind of consider it as we navigate. For now, let's cut to what Vasco and Gerardus are doing.
So, did you really not eat any of the limes?
You expected me to eat a raw lime? Have you eaten a raw lime? With these gums, it burns. You couldn't.
Well, of course it burns, but that's making you healthy. Sometimes things burn because they're burning away the evil demons that have lodged themselves inside your body.
See, but that's exactly what I was thinking when I put the flame into the chaplain's mouth.
Of course.
Burning away the evil inside of him, hoping to release the spirit.
Like you were feeding the building a lime. Oh,
exactly.
You're so wise.
Finally, we see eye to eye on me lighting that man on fire.
Is that a short joke?
No, what? No, not at all. No. Which one of these keys opens the box? Perhaps we can collect what money we have. We could go to the nearest town. I know the roads here very well. I bet I could navigate them by moonlight.
Well, that's so the priests didn't exactly. I mean, they very much value my input and my advice and my help, but they didn't exactly show me where the money was or what key did what. So I don't know. This one probably. And I pick a random key and hold it up.
Okay. Why don't you go ahead and just roll one die?
One die. See if I got the actual key. All right. Roll. Plus. Good.
All right. So you have a key that looks like it probably at least unlocks something in the vicinity of like the priest's area back behind the altar.
Mm-hmm.
It seems to fit the doorway that leads back to what you suspect is where they go after their sermons.
Okay, let's try that then.
Sounds good.
So it unlocks the door, and back inside, it's not a very large area, but it might take a little bit of time to find where exactly the alms box is. So if you both want to make an explorer roll.
Explore, all right.
Yeah. Hang on. I have an ability here. So whenever I'm afforded more time than necessary to complete an action, make a good +2 sluggish check to recover 1 stress.
Yeah, I don't suppose you're in a supreme hurry.
All right, great.
I rolled a +2 on my Explorer for a good result.
Okay.
I got a great result on my +2 sluggish check, and for Explorer, I got -1 poor.
So just as Vasco is about to uncover what he thinks might be a box, Gerardo says, "Oh, look, over here! I think I found something!" And the box is just a bunch of candles.
The box that I found is candles, or the box?
The box that Gerardo's found is candles.
Oh.
But it has sufficiently distracted Vasco from what he was doing.
What was I doing again? What are we doing back here?
Money! We're looking for their money.
Ah, where is it?
We haven't found it yet. I guess, can I do a lore? Since I've worked with these people, can I do a lore roll and see if I can remember where it was? Okay, that's good because I got. See my result. +2, great.
Yeah, so you kind of remember where, in general, one day Deacon Timothy was showing you just how to put things away back behind there. It's on one of the high shelves because they like to keep it out of reach from any potential bandits.
I'll reach up and grab it and try and at least sort of push it down onto the floor.
It's pretty high up there. You stretch on your tiptoes, and you just manage to knock a box kind of off the shelf. And sure enough, some coins spill onto the floor.
There we go. I guess I don't feel great about stealing from the Lord, but it is for us.
Cover your eyes. And hold that pendant you picked from your dead pastor, and I will scoop up all of the coins and put them in a small bag and just hold them. I'm trying to steal them, but whenever I keep an item that wasn't intended for me, I can make a good selfish check and recover 1 stress.
This sounds like that time.
Hail Mary, Mother of Grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed are thou amongst women.
That's not right. Hold on. That's 1, 2, -1. Yeah, so that's a success. So I definitely recover one stress, and I'll say, all right, it's the worst is past. Let's go find the others while we still have time.
This is great because I didn't actually see you do anything. Let's head back to the others.
All right, Marcus, what are you up to? Are you still kind of going through the halls shouting fire, fire?
Yes, have I found anyone?
You have. Several people have exited their respective bedrooms. Somebody comes out and says, "What? I hear you're shouting fire. I don't smell anything. Where is it? Where is the fire?"
In the kitchen.
Oh, good thing that's on the other side of the house.
It'll come here soon enough. Let's get out of here.
Oh, yes. Let's make haste. Which way is out of here again?
I assume that I know the place well enough to point in the right direction.
Yeah, you do.
Well, I point in the right direction then, and I keep going. I'm just pointing people in the right direction and continuing to go for more people until I find everyone or someone who actively needs my help.
All right. So you do actually find somebody who is has not been conscious for a couple of days. You know that Gerardus and Father Peter and Deacon Timothy have all been tending to this person, but they seem to be in a prolonged state of unconsciousness.
Well, damn. I'm going to grab the closest to able-bodied person who I could find to help me carry this person.
Okay. So you go out into the hall and find somebody who looks fairly steady. You're not familiar with everybody's names here. You're still fairly new to the place, but you find a man who doesn't, at least outwardly, appear like he has any physical disabilities.
All right. You there. There's someone who needs your help.
He turns and looks at you. But aren't we trying to escape the fire?
Do you want the blood of an innocent person on your conscience? Come with me.
All right. He'll follow you along, and oh, yes. She's been very, very ill. Are we sure we want to take her with us? I mean, she might slow us down.
I just give him the baleful gaze of an experienced soldier.
Yes, sir. I'll do his best, sir. And he'll do his best to start maybe moving the person. He has a hard time getting her lifted.
Well, I'll help her as much as I can. What should I roll?
Maybe energetic.
Okay. And during this time that I've been running around finding people, could I have said a quick prayer to St. Jude?
Sure.
All right, thank you. All right, that's a 0 for energetic.
It takes quite a lot of effort, but you manage to help this man get the woman up in kind of a fireman's carry. And he needs some support from you. Maybe, can I use one of those to brace myself? and he kind of signals to either your crutch or your shovel.
Of course. I give him the crutch.
Oh, thank you, thank you. So with that, he manages to kind of hobble and carry this person out outside the house. So you feel like you've probably gotten just about everybody that you are familiar with. Joanna, you're trying to push Beatrice, and things are kind of difficult. You've managed to bump her legs a couple of times into the door, but you are making your way down the hallway. Did you all agree that you were meeting outside the front of the house?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. So everybody kind of makes their way toward the front of the house on the outside, and the people in the courtyard are starting to wonder why somebody was shouting "Fire! Fire! Get out!" when nobody can smell or see or feel a fire. What's going on out here?
I had really assumed that by this point, Vasco would have set that fire. So, as far as I was concerned, I wasn't lying.
Is Vasco here?
Vasco and Gerardos eventually join everybody in the courtyard unless they have anything else that they would like to do after they collect the alms.
I think the alms are fine here. So I guess if we hear them saying, "Where's the fire?" I just look up at Giardo and or Vasco. I'm sorry, I'm Giardo. Vasco.
Should I burn the ships?
Yes, that sounds amazing. You really got me with that line meta.
It's a good metaphor, yeah.
All right, yeah, I think I'll just set about my work and slowly burn down the almshouse, and sort of walk outside holding a torch. And as I come outside, I'll say, "Friends, there's been a terrible curse that is set upon this place. We've lost our pastor. We lost the almsman, and Gregory returned from the dead. It may be a horrible strain of rabies, but our known cure, eating hair, has not worked. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to head out to the nearest town and hope we can find refuge there, because this place is no longer safe for us. It's tainted by the devil."
Should we sing a hymn?
You should by yourself.
I quietly sing Ave Maria.
So the people in the courtyard are very upset by what they're hearing. Who can help convince them that what's happening here is actually real?
Well, it depends on whether people
'Cause
trust
this seems
me
a little
as
far-fetched.
Do people trust me or think that I'm a big fat liar?
How worldly are you? Or selfish?
My worldly is +0. My selfish is +1.
You're not completely untrustworthy, but you've had a reputation of telling a white lie here and there.
Who would I say is the most trusted
Joanna.
of us?
Joanna, please tell them all what you heard. They know that they can believe you.
I could try. I can certainly try.
So what are you doing to try to convince them?
Actually, before I do this, I'm going to whisper to whoever of these three are closest to me, which maybe is Marcus because we were in the house together.
Sure.
I'm gonna whisper to Marcus, just check to see if anyone here has any bite wounds. And then to convince him, I'm just going to back up what Vasco said and say we encountered exactly what Vasco described. Gregory came back from the dead, and Father Peter was afflicted with something and attacked Deacon Tim, who then also perished. So I'm just going to back up what he said.
Okay. And what is your worldly and your selfish?
My worldly is +0 and my selfish is -1.
So you've been pretty trustworthy, and people do start to kind of feel like if Joanna is saying that it's true, then it must be true. And then you hear one person utter, "What does she know? She can't see what's going on." Another one says, "Oh, hush. You know very well that she knows exactly what's happening around these parts." So there's some discourse, but ultimately, as people are talking, the almshouse is starting to burn faster and faster, and somebody says, "Well, there's no use standing around now. We need to get out of here, and then we'll deal with it."
Yes, that's right. Yes, we should get out of here. Any bite wounds? Did you see any bite wounds?
I finish singing Ave Maria and start to look around. Is there any kind of transportation in the area?
There are some stables with horses.
Let's head to the stables.
Okay.
I think I have animal handling, which would
I've got navigation.
beautiful.
We're fine. Guys, we're fine.
Yeah, +1 on animal handling. Okay.
Did Marcus find any bite wounds?
Marcus, make a C check.
So sorry, I'm Marcus, aren't I? Apologies. Straight up 0.
You did not notice any bite wounds on any of these people.
Okay. Okay, this is going well, I guess.
We hope.
So
Who
you
wants
make
to
your way
come
to
with
the
me to the
stables.
stables? Yeah.
Let's go.
Everyone-
Yes, let's all go.
There
Sounds good.
are 3 horses, and one kind of rickety old like horse trailer that's just pulled by one horse. It's not in the best of shape, but it might be able to carry maybe 2 or 3 people.
Perfect.
There are probably about 12 people here total.
And how many of them look like they can walk a long distance?
Not a single one.
Oh no. Does anyone have any kind of carpentry skills or anything?
There is Jed. He's the one that most people turn to when they need something fixed.
Yeah. I guess Jed, is there something you could do for this cart so that we could help more of us travel?
Well, I worked on it as best as I had time for yesterday. I think it'll hold for at least a day or 2.
Okay, well that sounds good. Let's get it strapped up. Just be aware, if you put it on that horse, he will immediately get an erection. So any other horse but him.
Oh, okay.
I've dealt with these horses. I've fed them for quite some time.
Glad he didn't try and convince anybody.
I'm just saying, it happens. It's natural for some of them. Just that one, none of the others.
Should we burn the horse down too? Is that what he's saying?
You wouldn't. All right, so
Well, you don't have a whole lot of time to sort it out, so somebody helps hook up the little horse trailer. Somebody make an animal handling. The horses, by the way, are getting nervous because they can smell the smoke.
Who all has animal handling? I have +1.
I've got +1 too. I rolled a fair.
Whoa.
Oh, we lost one.
Yeah.
Did you
We
want to
lost-
Do you
roll?
want to assist?
Gerardus. We lost Gerardus. Yeah, I could. Do you need me to also roll?
You might want to with that fair result.
Okay. All right. See if I can help at all. Well, I rolled a 0.
Can I take a stress to have a success?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna do that.
It's going to be a success with a complication, but I think that'll be good enough to at least get the trailer hooked up. But the horses are feeling very, very nervous, you can tell.
Are there blinders on the horses or hanging on the wall somewhere?
Probably.
I'm gonna feel around for blinders on the hanging on the wall, because maybe that'll help calm them down.
Sure. Make a. Go ahead and make a touch roll.
Okay. Oh, great. +3.
Oh, yeah, you find some.
Okay. And I will follow the sound of the horses breathing and moving and start to put the blinders on the horses.
All right. And one of the other folks at the almshouse steps in and says, here, they kind of go like this, and helps show you how to put them on the horses.
make sure whenever you approach them, keep a hand on the horse. The one thing you don't want to do is startle them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right, so you've got 3 horses and a trailer.
Mhm.
You've got 12 people. 3 of them will fit in the trailer. Who's going where?
Well, I'm going to help Beatrice up onto the trailer.
Since I'm the smallest, I should probably ride on the horse, maybe even the one that's pulling the trailer, unless you think that would be too much weight for it.
I can probably handle that with you on it.
Okay. I'll climb up on and mystifyingly can I since I do have a little bit of animal handling experience, can somebody give I look over at Vasco and I ask if he could give me a boost.
Yeah, I definitely do. Definitely help him out.
Excellent. So he's going to boost me, and I'm going to, like, as long as he gets me up there, I'm going to swing on perfectly, like, or I'm going to try, and ride the horse bareback by literally, like, holding on to the mane just behind the withers.
Sure, make an animal handling.
Let's take a look here. All right. Roll them. Oh my. You know what? I am going to say a quick prayer to, what is it? Saint Blase of Animals, and re-roll these.
Sure.
Because he... I scored a great.
You mount the horse with flair, and everybody is quite impressed.
Give her a pat on her neck.
So who else is going in the trailer?
Can we put the woman in the coma in the trailer?
Yeah, we got it, right? And
I
one more.
give up
can-
my seat. I give up my seat to someone else who might need it. This is a dumb idea, but that's the way I do it.
Okay.
I'm touched by your selfishness. Or selflessness, the opposite of the thing.
You know what? I'm heroic, but I am also a little selfish. Maybe I should actually make a roll to see if I would actually do that. Give me a
Yeah,
sec.
and if anybody has any anxieties or assurances that might come into play here, check those out.
All right, that does give me a high generous. So yeah.
Oh yeah. So you give up your seat. Are any of the four of you going in the trailer, or would you like to just give that up to one of the random NPCs?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just
we can
give an
give it
NPC.
up.
Okay. And are the NPCs riding the horses as well? Are the four of you going to be on foot?
Yeah, I
Well, I
think.
guess Gerardus is on horseback with the other three.
Yeah, maybe the other two can have the least able NPCs on the other few horses.
Okay.
Mhm.
So all of you working together managed to load up the horses in the trailer in a sort of hurry. You're not the fastest at all of this, but you do manage to make it out before the fire catches up and really gets hot on your heels. And you make your way out of town on the road toward the village of All Haven, which is the village that George had just come back from a couple of days before.
Oh no. Oh no.
But it is also
What are you
the
worried about?
closest
It's all going to
town.
be fun.
It's the closest village to where you live.
I'm
Mhm.
gonna try and lead the group here. I'm gonna say a little prayer to Christopher, the patron saint of travelers, and I'm gonna try and navigate.
Go
All
for
right.
it.
All right, that's gonna be a 3, a great result.
Great. So you know exactly where the road is and how to travel the road by starlight. It's very dark out here, and it is fairly creepy in the woods. Most of the people were settling down for the evening, trying to get some sleep before you all roused them. So it's slow going for a while, but thanks to your navigation skills, you managed to not lose anybody. And do you kind of press on through the night, or do you find a place to sleep? How are you going about that?
I think we should find a place to sleep.
All right.
Yeah, probably best move.
All right. So you're out in the woods. You're out of your element. Everybody make an explorer roll.
Explorer. All right.
Oh yeah, baby, that's gonna be a fantastic +5. I'm in my element.
Oh wow.
Mhm.
Okay,
I got a +1.
+2 here.
Okay, I'm worried on this. I have a mediocre exploration ability due to the fact that I. Oh wow, yeah, got a terrible.
Okay. So you all put your heads together, and despite one of you saying, no, this way, it's over here, this would be the best place to camp, the rest of you argue to the contrary, and you manage to find enough shelter for everybody to sleep for the night.
Okay.
Still say the other. The thicket would have been amazing. First of all, the thorns would have kept the animals away from us. And the fact that it was at the bottom of the hill means if it rains, all the water will pool where we are and we get a free drink.
Speaking of water, you're pretty hungry and tired at this point. There is some edible vegetation in the area, but who knows what is edible around here?
take a look.
Anybody have lore?
I have lore. Anyone else?
I have a
Yeah, I
plus
have lore
one.
at +2.
Everybody who would like to can roll.
I'll let them roll.
I got a fair result.
Yeah, I got a fair as well.
So did I.
So you managed to gather some nuts and berries. And, there don't really appear to be a whole lot to go around. There's probably enough for maybe 7 of the 12 of you.
I'll definitely pass on the berries to somebody else. I don't really need any berries or anything like that.
I think as far as my anxieties and assurances,
Good question.
I've got. So I am going to also eschew helping food. I'm small. I don't need much. And I'm going to make a generous check at +5 to recover 2 stress. So
I've got 2 of these anxieties. Whenever you're asked to share something you have, and whenever a worldly pleasure is within your reach but you're denied its comfort. Or maybe just 1. All right. Whenever you're asked to share something you have, make a fair, generous roll or take.
That seems more applicable.
Yeah. I failed, so I take another stress.
Okay.
I got
my-
a legendary, by the way, on mine. So
Okay.
I'm feeling good.
So you feel better for having given up something of yours. And somebody else, not naming any names, is feeling rather terrible about the idea.
I insist on having some foods. I need it so that I can defend everyone.
Love that our fighter is a war hero armed with a shovel.
Oh,
and
yeah.
a crutch with a knife on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so who here did not eat anything?
I didn't.
I didn't.
I guess I didn't. I think I would want to eat a little something.
Joanna, eat up. You're gonna need your strength.
Yeah, I'm the tank of the group, so I should eat something.
I'm nothing. I'm just...
So I ate.
All right, so if you did not eat anything tonight, you wake up feeling quite hungry and you gain 1 stress.
All right.
I recovered 2 and gained 1.
Yep.
Does that? So
We'll
I think I
say
only-
that we'll give you the 2 recovery when you wake up in the morning. You feel hungry, but you're proud of yourself despite that. So
Beautiful.
that will cancel itself out.
I'm up to 3 stress now. I'm feeling stressed, you guys. Burning down the building really relaxed me, but being away from that is starting to stress me out.
This is how we found out Vasco is an arsonist.
You have to burn the ship.
If you become scared out of your wits, let me know. I have a thing for that.
Okay. Thanks, Joanna. All right, everybody. Up and at 'em. We're making our way to town.
So you wake up in the morning and you travel. It's kind of cold. It's still just late spring, I think I had said earlier. So it's pretty chilly in the morning. And none of you bothered to bring blankets. Those all burnt up at the almshouse. So you're traveling down the road. And after several hours of very slow going travel, and this would normally be about 8 to 10 hour journey on a good day on foot, but because of how many people you have and how limited your mobility, this is probably going to take you a good hard day's travel, maybe 2. But as you're all walking down the road, 2 men on horseback coming from the direction of the village begin to approach.
Who is that? I hear the horse hoofs.
Flip, flop, flip, flop.
Two men.
Hello.
They kind of come within maybe 10 yards of you and slow down to a stop. Oh there!
What do they look like?
What are the lot of you doing out here? They look like just a couple of standard guys from a nearby village. Nothing. They're not wearing any sort of insignia. They don't appear to be guards of any kind.
Well, sir, there was a terrible outbreak of rabies and demons in our parsonage, and so Vasco wonderfully burned the building, and we are now traveling to try to find shelter and a place to pray with you.
Make an intuition.
Okay. I don't know what my intuition is. Hang on, let's figure out what this says. Or hear, touch, taste. I don't see intuition on here. Is it just
under skills?
skills? Oh, I see. +0. So roll them all. Mediocre.
Okay. They look at each other and then look back at you. So you, obviously, you're all from the alms house nearby. Demons, you say?
Yes.
His voice kind of cracks.
Vasco, would you like to tell them?
Well, we were unsure if it was a case of rabies or perhaps some sort of demonic possession, but just to be sure, we destroyed anything that could have spread and are making our way to find a new place to stay fed and clothed.
It's exactly like if you are sick with scurvy, you have to drink lime juice even though it burns. It's like the building had scurvy, and the fire was lime juice.
Where are you heading, gentlemen? What are you doing out on the path this early in the morn?
We caught fire on the wind and thought we would come to check it out, but I think we understand now what was the cause.
Well, perhaps you could be so kind as to escort us back to town then.
Oh no.
They look at each other and then look at you, and one of them speaks up and says, I think the two of us by ourselves could not help the lot of you. We shall go back and fetch assistance.
Wonderful.
Wait here, and we'll be back for you.
We'll continue on the path and meet you on the way. That way we can cut your travel distance.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Guys are acting very fishy.
We will be back. We shall. Best of luck to you, and we will return.
Is there a patron saint of intuition? Someone, please.
Yeah, can I intuit these gentlemen?
Anyone can give that a shot now that there's been enough interaction.
That's a -1. I'm gonna take another stress and succeed.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I got a -1 as well. I'm gonna leave it be.
-3. These are the most trustworthy men in the world.
Oh, God, no. Can I pray and try again, or am I already just convinced that they're fine?
I think you're already pretty well convinced.
Oh no!
So Vasco seems to think that there's something up, but everybody else talks him out of it and says, they seem trustworthy enough, and they do have horses.
No, let's just keep an eye out.
Some of the people that you're traveling with, including Beatrice, is like, I think we should let them go get help. We can't. Clearly, the two of them can't help all of us by themselves.
We could at least continue moving forward down the path. That way their travel back isn't so long. It would just make things go quicker.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Oh, but I'm so tired.
We're all tired, Beatrice. We're tired of you.
Wow.
No, I'm kidding. That's a joke. We're all very tired, Beatrice, but soon we'll be in Allhaven and everything will be exactly as it was.
I don't know if everything will ever be exactly as it was.
Well,
And she starts to cry.
blame the devil.
It was definitely the devil and rabies, which comes from the devil.
Is Beatrice scared out of her wits?
She absolutely is.
Then I'd like to do a superb courage check.
Hell yeah.
Go for it.
Okay.
This feels
Fire,
like the
Beatrice.
moment I've been waiting for the whole game.
All right. Okay, so that's wow. +4. That wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 minus 1, 5. Plus
Hachi
5 is the
machi.
total. Fantastic.
Pretty sure that does it. So what happens with your superb courage check?
I get a +2 on something.
Oh, recover 2 stress?
Oh, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Okay, I'd like to. Can I do that for her? Can I give her that?
Yeah, you give her
Recovery.
a little pep talk.
Okay, yes. Beatrice, I know this is scary, but sometimes we have to just step out on faith and believe that if God wanted us to burn down the almshouse to get rid of the rabies demon, then that was the thing we needed to do.
And you're fairly pious too, aren't you?
Yes.
She seems calmed by your little pep talk. I'll go ahead and have you recover 1 stress as well.
Okay. I don't know if I had any stress, but
Well,
Thank
you're
you.
doing well.
just Joanna's chill.
We've been handling this, killing priests and former friends with shovels. Everyone's fine except Vasco.
That's super stressed about this. But we're all chill.
All right, so you slowly continued on the road,
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah.
and eventually it grows darker and darker and darker, and dusk starts to settle, and there is no sign of the people from the town.
Mm-hmm. Can we see the town? Or, well, can they? I ask them, can you see the town? Are we getting closer?
Are we there yet?
Can I go to the top of a nearby hill, shuffle up to a hill, and see if I can see it?
Sure.
All right.
It is fairly dark.
That's just a +2, so it's good, but
You feel like you're still far enough away that
Yeah.
you cannot see the town.
I can't see it yet, but if I could, I would.
Okay. Thank you for that reassurance.
Perhaps we find another place to sleep?
Should we
Mhm.
cluster on the road or off the road?
I think off the road.
But if we go off the road, then our most trustworthy companions will not be able to find us again. We must go on the road.
True.
I
Okay.
think we could pile some rocks and point.
I'll sleep on the road. You take everyone else off the road. I'll wait on the road for them.
Wait, I have a secret art that I think will be perfect for them. And I sit down and I start sketching in the dirt. We went this way, and put an arrow, being that I am literate, one of the only literate people in the world.
What are these lines supposed to do?
I'm drawing sound. So yeah, I write a note for them, and then we can go and sleep off the road.
All right. How about everybody make an explore roll?
Yes.
All right.
4, another 4. Superb.
I'm gonna pray to Saint. How many times can we
Ooh.
pray?
1, 2, 3.
As many times as you have remaining fate points.
We
Okay.
started with 3.
You started with 3.
Oh, right. And I
Okay,
have
everyone
3
has
ones.
3.
I have a +1 for explore.
I have a +5 for explore.
Oh wow.
I am gonna pray to Saint Christopher, patron saint of travelers, who helped baby Jesus across the river. And a superb result.
Damn, we find a freaking
Wow.
mountain lodge with vacancy.
Yeah.
You find an abandoned manger nearby,
Nice.
and it's large enough to fit all of you in it. There, even with all of with those rolls, you managed to find enough food for all of you to last the night and have a little something to eat.
Oh, good.
Phenomenal. We needed that. I'm curling up in the corner, and I'm about, I look not entirely unlike baby Jesus.
So you all wake up the next morning, and you actually feel fairly well refreshed. You slept out of the elements and had enough to eat. Anybody who still has some can recover one stress.
Oh yeah, baby. That's wonder who that is. All
You
right.
gotta look down your hair. You haven't been the same since you burned our home.
Let's I want to go out and see if there are any fresh tracks in case maybe these horsemen returned.
There are not.
All right. Then we'll continue our way to Allhaven.
All right, so you travel for the better part of a day, and eventually the road leads into the village of Allhaven. Most of you have never even been to this town. Several of you have not left the almshouse for most of your lives. Vasco and Marcus, you've probably been through. Gerardus, you've heard a little bit about this place from George before he had passed away.
What did George
The
tell me
first
about
time.
it?
What you know is that it's a small town. The priest here seems like a very kind person. And there was a little bit of this illness that had been going around that he had heard of when he was in town.
Well, we must find the priest, Father Paul. He is phenomenal from what I have been led to understand. He'll certainly take us in.
Okay, that sounds like a good idea. Let's go. Yes. Oh, wait, we're still traveling there. Okay.
So you head into the town, and the first thing that most of you notice is that a lot of the doors and windows appear to be boarded up. And Joanna, you just get this sense that there is very little movement around town. You don't hear the normal noises of a hustling, bustling village.
Where is everyone? It's so quiet.
Perhaps they're at mass.
Is it Sunday?
No, it's Thursday.
Extra mass?
Mass extreme, mass plus.
Is the church around anywhere?
Give me a C roll.
And I'd like to see if I sense anything, any smells.
Yeah, go for it.
That heightened sense of smell I feel like that's going to really help us out.
I got a +2.
I got a fair.
I also got a +2 on smell.
I should probably have done here as well, but
Sure, go for it.
okay.
Joanna's really focusing all of her senses right now.
Yes. My here roll was +2.
All right, so Joanna, you hear just a almost deathly silence. There's nothing going on, but everybody who made that smell roll does smell a little bit of smoke. Smells like just chimney smoke, not like a putrid burning smell of any kind, coming from what's probably the other side of the village. It's hard to see where the church might be from where you're standing right now.
Smelling smoke.
Perhaps it's incense?
No, it smells like a fire, like chimney fire.
Well, is someone cooking?
Maybe. Maybe we should follow it.
Let's do that.
Follow your nose.
Mm-hmm.
So you travel through the town. It's not very large, and you get to the other side of town in maybe a 10 minutes walk. And there's one building where smoke seems to be coming out of the chimney. Every other town or every other house in this entire village seems to have been boarded up in some way, but this is the one where you find any sign of activity.
I'm gonna go up and knock on the door.
You get no response.
I'm gonna try the handle.
It's locked.
Anyone? Do we have a rogue? Anyone have lockpick?
I think you can find we should bash the door down.
I'm pretty brave. I might try to bust open the door with my bravery. I don't know how that works.
Okay.
Is there a saint of doors?
I don't believe so. But Joanna, if you want to try to bash the door down, you're welcome to roll courage. That seems fitting.
Okay, cool. Then I will do that. Well, no. Wait, what is that? So I got a +1.
Okay. So first of all, you kind of go up and feel the door and get yourself lined up with it. And what are you doing? Are you just gonna charge the door? Are you gonna try to hit it with something?
I'm gonna kick it because my lower body is super strong, like most women.
So you run up and you give it a flying kick, and it holds steady. But you do hear, as you do that, some commotion on the other side of the door. And it sounds like somebody's maybe pushing something in front of the door.
Oh no. Okay. I'm going to call out, "We're safe. We're just travelers from the next town over. We don't have rabies and we're not possessed, if you're wondering." Just if you're wondering.
Definitely
Anybody's trying to back her up?
Yes, we are most definitely not possessed by the devil. We burned down our priory to save us from the devil who was in the priory. And yes, none of us have rabies. We have not exhibited the symptoms. No one is afraid of water, which is wonderful because that was important in getting us here.
Is that a symptom of rabies?
Yep, end-stage rabies is a fear of water, hydrophobia, and also an inability to recognize your own reflection in a mirror.
Whoa!
Yeah,
wow.
Which probably gave birth
So
to a lot
vampirism?
of zombie. Yeah, a lot of zombie and vampire myths all go back to rabies.
Wow, that's amazing.
There's a great podcast called "This Podcast Will Kill You" that just goes into details about terrible diseases.
So you hear a very timid-sounding voice from the other side saying, "Oh, no, we've heard about you! Go away! Go away!
What?
Don't bring your curses here!"
No,
Well, no.
we're not cursed.
We burned down the cursed place. That's what you do with curses.
Yes, we're heroes.
Don't want that happening to our town!
Well, how?
Wait, did you board up here because you heard about us?
Maybe?
Joanna actually is gonna laugh. Like, what?
Listen,
We're so harmless.
yeah. In fact, George came from your town before he got sick and
That's
died
right.
and came back because we buried him too quickly.
Have you had anyone come back from the dead with rabies in this town? Tell the truth.
God's listening.
Yes. Yes, we have. That's why we cannot have you here. What if you're sick? What if you're sick like them?
We're definitely sick, but we're not. Well, I'm not, but several of us are. But we're not sick like them. No one here has rabies. We've
don't
all
think it's
eaten
rabies.
plenty of there.
Did you say? What did you say? You think it's
I don't
rabies
believe
too,
it's
right?
rabies. No.
What do you
Well,
think it is?
It's obviously the curse from God, and it's affecting people like you. George was one of you.
Oh.
You invalids, get out of here.
Rude.
Not this again.
Let's burn down their house.
Please. Listen.
That's quite enough. That's quite enough. You hear a different voice saying, "Do not talk to children of the Lord that way." And there's some more commotion on the other side of the door.
Father Paul, is that you?
Yes, somebody help me get this table out of the way.
Oh, bless you, Father.
He opens the door and comes out and closes it behind himself. Now look, I am sorry for the way that they have behaved, but we are terrified that this blight has come to our town, and we cannot have you here.
Father George and Father Peter spoke so highly of you. Where are we to go?
Perhaps you can make your way to Avignon.
How far is that?
Oh, maybe 3 days' journey down the road?
There supplies you could offer us, or a means of transportation?
Many of us cannot walk well, and those who can are very tired.
We have very little, but you're welcome to whatever horses are in the stables, and you may rest in the church overnight. But please, no longer than that.
Very well, Father. Thank you.
Bless you, children. I'm sorry I can't be of more help. And he scampers his way back inside the house and locks it.
So, with the priest's reaction here, I don't know if this would count for my anxieties.
What's it say?
But I have so no one's indulging in worldly sins or doing something careless. I thought for sure I had a check I had to make if if I pray to a saint and it doesn't work, I have to make a check. But seems like that's... Never mind. Maybe I read that on someone else's. I'm good.
That could be. So you've been offered horses from the stables, and you've been offered the church to stay at overnight.
Yeah, let's
And
collect.
speaking of which, it's we have hit a little bit after 10 p.m. Is everybody going for another half hour or so?
I'm good to go.
Yeah, I could do
Should probably be fine.
I'm hearing a toddler on someone's...
Yes, that's my.
All right. So if we're good for like another half hour, I think we can maybe wrap this up.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds good.
I guess we stay in the church, and I go and inspect the horses. Yeah.
Yes.
Which you're going to first?
We should probably try to get the horses first. Maybe.
Sounds good.
Okay.
So, where do you suppose they might leave the stables around here?
You should be able to smell them out, to tell you the truth.
That's fair. Joanna?
Yeah, I will do a smell test, sniff test. And I got a 0.
Okay. Does anybody else have smell?
Let's take a look. I think we all have smell.
One second. No, that's
Ooh.
a -2.
I'm gonna take another stress to find the horses with my nose.
Oh my god!
No.
What if? Wait a minute. Can Johanna? Can she take a stress?
Or I can listen instead. My hearing is better than my
Listen,
smelling.
I already marked the stress down. It's in there.
Your guy's gonna get a
It's
heart
done.
attack. All right.
We just things are heating up. We just got turned away. We have to go to another town. I'm
Yeah.
thinking maybe we shouldn't have burned this place down. My stress is rising.
Vasco!
I'm just in my head. I didn't say that out loud.
Okay.
Outside of me, best idea I ever had.
You definitely smell the strong scent of horse manure from somewhere between here and what appears to be the church. From the house that you're standing on now at the edge of town, you can see the church steeple maybe 200 yards in the distance. It's just outside of town.
Maybe
Let's
we'll
go.
collect the horses and then head to the church and hunker down for the evening.
Sounds like a wonderful plan.
Yes.
So you spot some stables, and who's going up to them? Are you all just heading out, or are some of you going to the church?
I mean, let's all go to the stables first, I guess, and then unless there's like people that need to, unless there's tired people that need to go to the church immediately.
Yeah, let's go to the stables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't split the party.
Oh.
We just lost our GM again.
All right, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
I'm going to drop there for a minute. So you approach the stables, and the smell that Vasco had smelled earlier, it wasn't just horse manure. This now that she's closer, Joanna knows this smells much like George smelled.
Uh-oh.
Wait, stop. Everyone stop. I'm smelling George smells. We
At the
may be too
stable?
late. Yes. We may be too late to get the horses.
Poor horses. Well, we should maybe check and make sure.
What if I
do you
just-
think we can... I'm sorry, what were you saying, Vasco?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Would we be capable of making the journey without the horses?
3 days is a long time.
Perhaps we sneak over and just poke our head by it.
That sounds wonderful. I'm small. I doubt they'll notice me. Does anyone want to accompany me?
Perhaps I could make it.
Very well. Sorry, what was that?
You said something.
I said, very well, I will accompany you.
Oh, wonderful. Come along, Marcus. You can regale me with a story of times that you were behind enemy lines.
So, are you just brazenly walking up there, or are you going to be cautious?
No, yeah, we're going to be cautious. Sneaky. I'm already doing my my sneaking around theme music in my head.
All right, go ahead and make it a cautious roll.
Okay. Cautious. Oh, good. I have a +1 on that.
Yeah, my cautious is -5.
Oh, God.
Uh-oh.
Regale indeed.
Okay, I got a fair.
So you probably, in hindsight, shouldn't have asked him to tell you all about his adventures behind enemy lines. He's talking loud enough to wake the dead.
Oh my.
That feels like a pun, but it might not be a pun.
So
I'm not even noticing it. I'm just enraptured by the story.
So as you approach the stables, you do indeed find that it has been too late, but the horses themselves don't appear to have the same type of disease that you had seen before. They don't appear to have rabies. They appear to have been mercy killed by somebody.
So the horses are they're dead. Are there any zombies in the area?
Not that you've detected so far.
Let's go back to the church. Very quickly, very quietly.
Okay.
I'm going to make a smell check and to see if I smell any zombies.
Okay.
It's a +1.
Your senses are overwhelmed by kind of the smells that are in this area. You don't think you notice anything other than what you're smelling downwind from the horses. What are you doing with the 3 horses that you have?
Let's bring them inside the church with us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we should keep them close by.
Somebody roll some animal handling to get the churches up the... It's only a couple of stairs, but it's not something that they're really used to doing.
All right. I can roll. All right. Roll them all. I got a fair result.
I'm going to take another stress to succeed.
Whoa!
How many do you have now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stress. I'm pretty stressed. It's just like real life, basically. I'm just trying to get up to my own personal stress level. I'm about halfway there.
Let me know when you're scared out of your wits.
I'm getting there.
So you push the horses and eventually you get them all inside and manage to get the people who had been in the horse trailer up the stairs as well, because it was not an easy feat to do that. Whether you detached the trailer or kept it on the horse, either way, that would have been a challenge. Take another stress as you really push yourself.
All right.
Wait, we had to get horses upstairs?
It was just a small flight of stairs, but yes, just a couple.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's usually not a problem getting them up. It's getting them back down.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I'm thinking ahead.
So you are in a small chapel. It's not dissimilar from the one at the almshouse. It's a kind of cross-shaped building with in the front there are some pews, and toward the center of the what would be the cross is the altar where the church services are held, and then you've got the kind of priest quarters toward the back and
Is
some
there any
other
more?
areas off to the left and right.
Is there any more money? Like the money that we took that was given to us, was given to God and then given to us.
You mean in this church?
Yes, we got money in the last church. Shouldn't we also take money in this church?
I mean, sure. We need to survive this. We're not
Absolutely.
in a good position right now. So
God wants us to have it.
Yeah, let's go look for some more money.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about we make some explorer rolls to kind of check out the church?
Okay.
I got a +1.
I got a 0.
I got a -3. Terrible.
Uh, that'll be a +1.
All right, so there are some kind of locked doors back behind the altar, but you don't have keys that will fit them. And otherwise, what you find is just kind of standard the font where holy water would normally be if it was a church day, and just some empty pews.
Well, perhaps God doesn't want us to have it, unless Johanna, could you kick down the door
I can try.
with your incredibly powerful legs?
I will try.
Go for it. I think we used courageous last time. That seems to make sense.
I got a +1.
The door holds fairly steady.
Ooh. What if can we get the horse to kick down the door?
If you can roll a +5 on your animal handling.
A +5. Oh, that'll be probably not. But let's see what I can do. I'm going to pray to the saint of animal handling. Well, hang on. I'll roll it first. Pray to the saint of animal handling. Yes.
No way.
No, yeah, I only had 2 that I needed to fix, and I had 3 that I could re-roll, and I have 4 pluses on this screen.
There better be a machine gun behind this door.
Wow.
All right, you somehow managed to get a horse to come up and back kick the door open.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Good, Bessie.
On the other side, you find a couple loaves of bread, a little bit of wine, and some water. This is obviously what is used during sermons and services.
Oh my. But surely it hasn't been blessed yet.
Dinner
Certainly not
time.
today.
Yeah.
Everyone come and get some dinner.
Let's indulge.
All right, there certainly seems to be enough to go around.
God is
Somebody
good.
says, I don't know if I feel right about this. They said we could sleep here. But can we eat their food? Oh, I'm so hungry.
Well, they gave
I
us
think
food
that was
too.
implied.
Yeah. It's room and board.
You're right, friend. You shouldn't eat tonight. Follow your gut.
But my gut says it's very hungry.
Hmm.
Well, there's your answer.
Yes. And I have an opportunity. All right, let me see if I can make a superb worldly check. I can recover 4 stress.
Whew.
Let's see. No, I don't. Doesn't
Oh
happen.
no.
I'm still stressed.
You're here.
I've had it up to here with you, friend. You can eat the bread or not, but shut up about it.
I'm trying to think of if there's anything else in this church that could help us on our long journey. Hey. Okay. So, you know the incense, I grew up Catholic. The incense
okay.
thing that is like a ball and chain. It's a weapon,
Yeah.
basically.
The censure.
Yes, that. I want to look for those and take those with us because that's a good weapon for zombies.
Like the thing in Kill Bill that she like wraps
Yes.
around the
Yeah.
ball with the spike on the end.
Yeah. That's what it is, except you put incense in the ball.
Yeah,
Got
you
the
can
spike
find
and
a
everything.
censor and some
This
incense.
campaign is getting
Okay.
badass.
Joanna,
So,
you suddenly look like a absolute awesome Street Fighter character.
Yeah, I have my
Wow.
cane, I have a knife, and now some censures, and I'm just like twirling them. So do you want me to roll to look for those?
Those, I think, they're, now that you've opened the door, they're pretty easy to kind of discover.
Great.
So you've
There's
got a
also
censer and some
candlesticks.
incense.
Oh, sorry.
Yep, some
Yes.
candlesticks.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
candlesticks are heavy. I actually would like to equip all of everyone. I want everyone to have a heavy
Some
bludgeoning
sort of
weapon. Yes.
from the church. That's beautiful. See, we did have there was a machine gun behind there, a metaphorical machine gun.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Joanna, do you have anything, any assurances regarding being generous?
I have a high generous. Oh wait, I have a +1 generous, and then for assurances, no.
Go ahead and roll generous anyway.
Okay, pretty good. I got a +1 total.
Okay, yeah, you feel pretty good about making sure everybody was well equipped. Do you have any stress?
No.
Oh, well, this is why.
Okay.
Everyone is fine except Voldo.
Voldo.
Why are we here? I've forgotten everything that happened. Who are you people?
Goodness.
Vladimir.
Vladimir.
So,
Voldemort.
after you are done handing out these nice weapons to everybody, how about you all make a hear check?
All right.
+2.
Yo, I rolled really poorly on that, and I would like to do a little prayer to who? I'll pray to Saint Giles, the patron saint of the disabled.
Okay.
I got a
There is
-1.
nothing.
Oh.
Roll them all. -1. Mediocre.
I got
Mediocre.
it +3, which is which one is that? Great.
So, Joanna, you get this. You listen to that still small voice, and you actually are kind of alerted to the kind of shuffling and soon pounding at the door. Nobody else really seems to hear it.
Uh-oh.
There's someone at the door. Does it sound like multiple someones? Or
There's
can
only
I-
one thing knocking on the door, one person.
Oh, okay. There's someone at the door.
It's probably Priest Paul. Let's see what he wants.
Be careful. Don't open it until you have
confirmation that it's him.
Father Paul, is that you?
Thud.
Well, what?
Thud.
1 thud for yes, 2 thuds for no.
No. 3 thuds for yes. No, never mind.
You
Thuds
heard her.
means White Walkers.
3 thuds for yes. Everyone
3
wait.
slow thuds for yes.
Thud.
1.
And the door
Okay.
starts to splinter a little.
No. No.
That's probably
Thud.
not it. What can we
Okay.
use to brace the door? Candlesticks.
Okay, everyone, grab your candlesticks. What do we do? I'm freaking out. Okay.
What can we use to brace
Now
the
it's
door?
time for Joanna to
Yeah.
take a stress.
Clutches and shovels.
I will take a stress for this because I'm feeling stressed. Yeah. Can we a pew? Can we put a pew in front of the door?
Now we're thinking.
Ooh, excellent.
Very smart.
Sure.
Let's all
Who's
work
gonna
together.
help?
I guess I'll help. I'm probably not going to be of much help, but I'll lift my end.
Okay.
Keep me
I'm
on
good
the-
at
on the
lifting.
low end.
but- Yeah, I'm good at lifting, but just let me know where to go.
This way. Follow my voice.
Okay. And also the pounding, I guess. Yeah.
Here, I'll pound
Yeah.
on the door as well.
No, we're
Can
good.
these-
We're good.
What about all the people? Can any of them help?
Yeah, some of them will help direct a little bit. Some of them are so exhausted that they're just like huddling together in the back. But a couple of them will come over and do what they can to lend a hand.
Okay, so
You
we
manage
push-
to set the pew down up against the door just as it splinters into several pieces toward the center. And an arm is kind of reaching its way through.
I'm gonna beat at the arm with my shovel.
It withdraws.
Rusty. Good old Rusty.
Somebody make a C roll.
I'm probably not the best one at that. Does anybody have a
I got a
bonus on?
+2. I rolled a good C.
I got a -2 on mine.
So, with the -2, you kind of are preoccupied by the hole in the door, and with the +1, you see kind of shuffling around through that same hole, certainly more than one body.
Hmm.
Oh my.
Well, I think we should prepare to defend ourselves. This may be our last stand. So, whatever you have on your person to fight back, this is it.
I could torch the place.
Is there a back door?
Is there a flame? Do we have any fire?
There's probably matches somewhere for the candle.
Probably.
Gotta be something.
Matches won't be invented for quite some
Oh goodness, I forgot what time we were in. Yeah. Okay. No
Start
matches.
rubbing sticks together.
Is there another? Are there any other exits?
Not that you found.
Well,
Okay.
I was really just being an ass.
This is it.
This is it. This is our last stand.
So as you're all focused on the door, one of the windows behind you makes a shattering sound.
Oh boy.
Oh.
I look at the window. What's happening with the window?
Something's trying to come through it. And as you turn around to look at the window, you notice that one of the people who's been with you just flat, cold faints.
Oh.
Oh.
I'm going to behead the thing coming in the window with the shovel.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, there are some pews between you and the window. If you want to make your way over there, quickly make an energetic roll.
Okay. Okay. Well, that didn't go as intended. 0.
Do you want to push yourself?
Take a stress
Sure. How does that work? Can I just take a stress and get
Take a stress, yeah.
All right, yeah, of course.
All right, so you make your way as quickly as possible to the window. It's going to take, let's say, a round in other game terms to make your way over there. And as you make your way, you can see this this clearly no longer intact person making their way through the window. What's everybody else doing?
I am. I'm going to rush over there to help with my knife, like a Chucky doll. And I'm going to look to help out as much as I can. Is this just like a normal person? We're not dealing with like the tyrant or whatever coming through there.
Looks like just a standard person who's got some boils and sores.
Okay, I'll rush over to help.
All right, make an energetic roll.
All right. Haha! Legendary.
You like scamper over the pews
Beautiful.
and somehow manage to make it even before Marcus.
Working out my ninja skills.
You made it fast enough, actually, that if you wanted to take an action against the thing at the window, you're welcome to.
Oh, I'm stabbing it in the eye.
That's an act or react roll. You can re-roll 1 if you would like, because you do have a knife.
I got a great response.
Awesome. So you kind of wait for it to shove its hand through the window, and you stab it in the arm, and it seems to withdraw.
Beautiful. Yes, that's right, you! Don't come into the church!
Vasco and Joanna, what would you like to do?
How big is the opening in the door?
Like the size of somebody's fist.
Mm.
Maybe a little bit more cracked.
And we don't have any fire.
Not at the moment, no.
Every
Okay.
problem can be solved with fire. Just most.
How high off the ground are the windows?
They're about probably waist height.
Waist height?
For
All right.
The taller among you.
I'm gonna turn to Joanna and say, Joanna, I've lived a long, good life. It's time to give it up. I'm gonna try and distract them and pull them to another part of the town, and maybe they'll lose interest here, or perhaps even you'll be able to make a break for it.
Well, we're okay right now. We just need to... we're safe behind thick walls, let's put it this way. So there's no reason for you to go outside right now.
Are you sure?
Yes, look. And then I'm going to take my cane, my walking cane, and put it down on the floor at an angle and step on the end so that I have like a sharp edge. And then I'm going to start sticking it in the door hole to try to stab zombies.
I definitely reconsider, and I'm like, that's pretty cool.
I'm going to give you a fate point for that one.
Yay! Thanks.
That's awesome. Go ahead and make an act or react roll, and we'll see if you manage to stab something.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that was, whew, that's +4.
Nice. So rather than just like stick it out through the hole and wave it around, you kind of line it up at the hole and wait for something to pound at the door, and you thrust. And you definitely connect with something on the other end, because when you pull your cane back, it is much harder to pull it.
I impaled something. Okay.
And Vasco, when she pulls back the cane, it's bloodied.
Damn, that was awesome.
It was fun too. I'm just gonna keep doing that.
Yeah, keep going. We're winning now.
So Marcus, that thing at the window, it retreated for a little bit, but it came back.
Well, then I'd better kill it. All right. Act react roll.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's trying to like clamber its way over this waist-high window and into the building.
+3.
Are you going for the head?
I think that's the most logical point as it's coming in.
Awesome. So describe what you do to that thing's head.
The shovel hacks into its neck, and then I raise it up again and slam it back down, and use the shovel as a very inefficient but ultimately effective execution of axe.
That's a zombie.
One of the other in your entourage also faints, but then emboldened by your moves, one of the others steps forward and grabs her candlestick, and now he's got two. And he goes over to the other window to kind of position himself. Back at the door, that thing on the other side, it seems singularly intent on breaking in, and it's making further headway at damaging that door.
I'm imagine I still have my cane.
Yeah, it's a little bit more blunted than it was before, but you still have it, and it's probably good for another one of those.
Okay, I will try that again.
So act or react.
I got a +1.
So do you want to do a lot of damage to this thing, but not until it has destroyed more of the door? Or do you want to try to just push it back, probably not injuring it as much?
Can I spend a stress to make it succeed?
Well, I still have 2 fate points. I was actually going to do a quick prayer.
Oh, okay.
Let's do that.
Okay. I'm just going to reroll. Well, I got 1 plus. Okay. It's the same.
No.
I will take a stress. Can I do that now? Is it too late?
Sure. This is one of those times where that seems...
Okay.
So which of those options would you ultimately like to take? Do you want to really drive it backward, or do your best to kill it?
I want to do my best to kill it.
All right, so it manages before you can really like line up your cane, and even with Vasco's help, because I imagine he's trying to help you get it in the right spot. It manages to weaken the door quite a bit more. Thankfully, you do have that pew pushed up against it. But you shove your cane out through the hole in the door, and you think you've made contact with either its chest or its head. It's hard to tell what from here. But when you pull your cane back, it is full of blood and gore, and you hear a thud kind of at the ground.
Oh, I think I got it.
I think I got it.
Way to go! Way to go! Hopefully that's the end of them.
Yes. I hope that's the last one we ever encounter.
Forever. I have a thought. We've got the
Mhm.
horses in here, right?
Right.
There's things at the door. You guys
Mhm.
think we could pull a Helm's Deep?
What is that?
We ride out when if they break in the door.
But not. Yeah. We still have our other people. We could
We
all just
do.
try
I'm saying if we run the horses into whatever comes through that door. Yeah.
Oh.
So
Like to trample them.
Yeah, exactly. So I want to do it, but who wants to help me?
I'll do it too.
Beautiful. Let's bring the horses over. I'll take the one that gets the erection whenever something gets on it.
It's be very distracting.
Only
This is
for
good.
you, though. Nobody else seems to be bothered by it except for you.
All right, I'm gonna get on the horse and get ready for whatever may come through this door.
So, are you moving the pews out of the way first?
Do we want to move the pews out of the way, or do we want to wait and see if it breaks through? I'm fine to wait and see if it breaks through.
Sure, yeah.
That's great. And how is the other window that was broken through? Is that clear of rabies zombie demons?
Does anybody go poke their head out?
Ugh.
Of course.
Our resident hero.
How about you go stick your head out and make a C check?
I'm nervous.
Or smell.
Well, if I have a choice of smell, then it's a +3.
So you stick your head out the window, taking care not to cut yourself in the glass. And you can tell that there are a couple of more of these things kind of toward the front door. One of them starts moving its way toward the window when it notices you.
Uh-oh.
I report in.
Maybe we pull open the door and hit them with a cavalry charge. Does that sound?
Yeah. But the one that Marcus just saw was outside the window, right? Or wait, sorry.
It's
Maybe
starting
I'm
to move in his direction.
Oh,
but I
okay.
figure if we make some noise by the door, it'll move back in front of the door.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yes. In the meantime, Joanna's just thinking of how to board up this window. But you all take care of the cavalry stuff. I'll feel around for something. I don't know.
Intuition?
Who, me?
You or explore?
Okay. Let's see which one is better for me. Explore is +2. I'd love to do explore.
Go for it.
Okay. And that is a 3.
There are a lot of pews. If you can get somebody to help you push it and make it stand upright and then not topple over, that might work.
To block
Okay.
the window?
Yes.
Okay. Who's not doing the cavalry stuff? Are all 3 of you busy with that? I can find an NPC maybe.
I think the 2 of us are. I think our fighter.
There's that guy over by the other window.
Yeah, I'm sure I
He's
can.
just
help
waiting for
out.
some action.
Okay. Hey. Marcus and guy by the other window. Help me stand a pew up so we can block the broken window over there.
Marcus? What do you do?
Very well. I try to stand up the pew.
Okay.
All right. Let's go with a. I don't know which check this would be.
Act
Energetic?
react
Sure.
or energetic, yeah.
Yeah, energetic or act react. I'll let you choose which one of those for Marcus and Joanna both.
Okay, I'll do energetic. I haven't rolled any energetic actually. And I got a +3. Good. Oh no, not good. Sorry. +3 is great.
I got a +3 as well.
All right. Between the three of you, you have no trouble pushing that pew upright and getting it into place in front of the window.
Okay. Okay. Now let's hope the cavalry thing works.
So are you moving that pew or are you just waiting?
I think we're just waiting.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
The horses can jump over the pew if need be.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Eventually, some of these things do bash their way through the door and kind of crash what's left of it off its hinges. There are still splinters and debris, and it's busted inward into the chapel. And they start kind of pushing their way past pushing the pew out of the way, getting making some movement over it. One of them literally just trips and falls headfirst into the room.
Trample them. Let's charge straight on out.
All right. Let's charge.
All right. Anything you want to do before you roll some animal handling?
Yeah.
Yes, I think we're wrapping it up right now.
Before we go, I'm going to toss my lime to, and I'm going to say it's like fire.
And I'll take a huge bite out of the lime.
All right, let's charge this thing. Roll animal handling, I guess.
All right, I got a 3 for a great.
Nice. Great. I got a 1 for good, and I don't have any stress, so I could add.
Roll me some courage too.
Courage, okay. What is my courage?
Unless it would hurt you, then just take the stress.
I think my courage is. I am neither. I'm gonna take a stress on the courage, because I got a -2 on that, but I'll take a stress point for the courage.
All right, so the two of you charge through the door and trample zombies. Tell us how this ends.
V, you want to describe this?
No, you got it. This you see this. I can tell you see it in your mind's eye. I've just got a lime. Whatever it is, I'm dripping lime juice.
Yeah. Okay. So, Voldo Vargas has lime juice just dripping from his mouth, and we charge out and leap over the head of the first zombie is smashed. We leap over the pew, taking out the second one. Just boom, head back, just leaning on the thing. And the third one is trampled under us as we ride out into the town, overhead crane shot. And any further zombies are falling off to the left and the right.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the right of the row hear him.
As the two of you bravely head out and smash zombies, you get a sense after a short while that you've taken care of at least whatever was in your immediate vicinity. You can rest easily tonight knowing that you are safe for now.
All right.
Beautiful.
Yay.
Hell yeah.
This was fun.
Awesome.
This is so fun.
I'm sorry I burned down our home, guys, but had to be
Had to
done.
be done.
It was
We wouldn't have,
interesting. Wild
done.
card.
we wouldn't
were
have gone to this new town and had all that adventure.
I would have still been stuffing hair.
Yeah.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. It's been fantastic. Do please remember that this is on Kickstarter as we speak. I would love any sort of shout outs that we could possibly get for that, as my own shameless plug.
Absolutely.
I will include you in my next update on Daruti Shadow of the People. Just send me the link.
I appreciate it. I will. And Tessera, thank you so much for sticking with us for that extra hour. I know it ran long, and you have had a very long day.
Yeah, no problem.
Now you get to sleep all of Sunday, I hope.
I mean, it's 2 hours until it's 9 a.m. So until 7, but it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Well, thank you so much for all of the hard work you put in for this entire event. It has been amazing. We literally could not have done it without you.
Yeah. You all were incredible. This was a real. This was a really great experience. If anybody wants to message me on Twitter, by the way, I'll send you, if you're into comics at all, I'll send you free PDFs of my my series, Snow White Zombie.
Nice.
Cool.
Yes.
And Jacob, thank you so much. This was really, really fun.
You're welcome. I'm glad you all enjoyed it.
Yeah, thanks, Jacob, and congratulations to the Everyone Games fundraiser. Way to go, everybody.
Yay!
Yeah, I think this event went really well. I don't know what our final total was, but last I heard it was over goal, so it was amazing.
Way to go.
Woo!
Perfect.
Thank you all for coming and participating. It's been a blast.
All right. That's it. You're off. Yeah. Okay. Good night.